because I am
Okay,
God.
maybe that's too much. That's
God created
too
me in His image, therefore I am God, and that is why I am the way I am.
Our negs, who art in the attic, how that be thy alpha from Clonopin come, thy food stamps be done in the attic as in the bodega. Give us this day our daily peanut butter, and forgive us our transgressions as we forgive those who transgress against us, who harass against us. Lead us not into good, but deliver us from struggle straps. For thine is grandma house. Oh my God.
The world hates me, Pebbles. Y'all ladies don't understand that, like, the male instinct is to breed with as many women as possible. That's in our DNA. And I'm a movie producer.
One thing, Nix, I used to be a real player. When I was 18, I was flirting with every girl that I would see.
That's it. We're done. We're good here. You know what? I'm gonna leave you alone after this, DC.
But I can be on a plane tomorrow to Quebec if that's what you really want. I will be the tribute. I'll be the tribute, and you keep on reminding people that I'm older than you. So, but I'll show you a thing or two. I have been doing what I can to move money around and all that kind of stuff to donate. I've re-donated some of my own money. Next doesn't know that.
I'll send Grandpa by. Goddamn, man. Can I hang out now? Fucking cool, dude. Dude watches movies and is like, calm down, bro. It's like an action movie. Oh, calm down, bro. The explosions are too big, bro.
Why don't you have a day job? Why don't you go to work like real men?
Too dangerous.
Not mine. Oh, Pebbles, the world hates me. I don't know why. Give me a hitty.
I'm going to be streaming as much anymore.
Our Clara, who aren't in the DC, sorta, in the Washington DC. Our Clara, who aren't in the DC, how to be thy Muma. From litigation come, thy war chest be done in the attic as it is in Washington. Give us this day our daily goose fat, and forgive us our EPOs, as we forgive those who take out EPOs against us. Lead us not into Botox, oh no, but deliver us from the third. For thine is Mrs. Nick's house. The designer bags and the Blinky vapes forever and ever. Amen.
Are we feeling the love? Well, I'm feeling the love. Let's get this video off the screen. Yes, I have a guest with me on panel before we get to her. It is
God
Steph.
created me and his.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that, boys and girls. Your old girl gets tech issues too. So I have here Steph with me, who's been with me since way back when. We've got people from we've got Jason from Owl's Eye Tarot. Check his channel out. He is a very good reader. He's done a lot of very good readings for me. And Jippy is good to. It's good to see you here too. I'm sorry you're feeling under the weather. I did invite Jippy to come on panel with me, but as she is feeling under the weather, she will just hang around in chat. I want to thank her for giving me a hand refreshing my memory, as well as Stefan, who is on panel with me. So what we're doing today is we are going to be doing something a little out of the ordinary. For those of you who are returning from the old mental health community, or those of you who are new, I ordinarily react to the reactors of Girl World, and these days I'm pretty much reacting to negs. Yes, negative reactions. But today we're doing something different. Somebody I did cover a few years back, somebody else who fooled me and a lot of other people, many vulnerable people, which makes it all the more despicable. Eric B. Zink, aka Driven Industries, who I thought canceled years ago, doesn't seem to know when to stay canceled. Anyways, he doxed Jippy, who is in chat right now. And we're sorry this happened to you. And he's got wife number 5, trophy wife number 5, I might add. Yes, I was warned to be careful because apparently she can get quite litigious. She's a fan of cease and desist letters. Oh, God. Oh, Candy. Dear Candy. Okay, you don't know me. I've been threatened lawsuits by bigger and better than you, like federal political operatives. You are no match for me. And I am in Canada. Good luck with our laws, dear. Okay. That said,
I just want to say, Fedora quickly, Creek, yes, is the person that Gary was talking about the other day. Gary has covered him quite a lot. I've been trying to get him, trying to message him on Twitter to get him to unprivate the videos that he made a few years ago on Eric, but he hasn't got back to me yet, so we probably won't be watching those.
Okay. Okay. So anyways, yeah, as for me, I am blocked by Gary. He did try to DM me a link last night. The link didn't work. And it was, I couldn't answer the message, technical reasons, and I'll leave it at that. I'll leave that there. Mods, Gary is, I know a lot of you, there's some of you in chat from Girl World, some of you like Gary, some of you don't. Mods, Gary is welcome in chat as long as he follows the same rules everybody else does. Just letting you know, mods. Okay. Hey, Rox. Good to see you. Good to see you. So let's go over who's in chat first, shall we, Steph?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Panda Pondu, who turns out to be Peter Wilson. He's new to the channel. Somebody gifted him a membership, and you are welcome here. Yes. We will go back to Girl World. Don't worry, but not today. Not in this stream. Yeah. Okay, so who else is here? Jippy, of course, we mentioned, and Jason of Owl's Eye Tarot. We also have Tank Girl. Tank Girl would remember way back when too. Yeah, Tank Girl, and of course you, Steph. And Dog Kitty, good to see you. Nutty's Niche. Catacorn Mermaid, Creek Native Girl, or whoever. And Janine Cook, Metamorphosis Rocks, T-Girl. And who else is here? I said, oh, well, thank you. I'm sure Jippy would appreciate that. We all appreciate your support, Rocks. I don't want to get into that here, T-Girl. I can talk difference of opinion, and he blocked me pretty much. That's the short gist of it. But yeah, but he is welcome in chat if he comes. Okay, as long he follows the same rules as everybody else. All right, right on. So okay, so we may have a smaller group than usual. That's fine. So for those who don't know or need a refresher, we are going to play a few retro reacts. I'm going to put some screenshots on if my computer will cooperate. And Steph is here to help me with well, many of you know I have very poor memory. So Steph is here to help me with that because she was there with us back in the day. So welcome, Steph.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. So yeah, I have one video from Gary that was not privated. I don't think he'll mind if we play it. Okay. Pardon me?
I don't think he'll mind, no.
No, I don't think he'll mind if we play it. And so we're going to start with that. The basic gist is, before we get on to the actual reaction, the main event, if you will, Eric came out with a video introducing his new wife and his new business. It's a swingers business. He is no longer selling campers, RVs. He's no longer in the camper business. But I believe that business belonged to his last ex-wife, Amber's father, if I'm not mistaken. Anyhow, yes.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah, exactly. And he was also caught harassing a former co-worker over there, a younger co-worker. Yeah, but yeah, I have that receipt somewhere. I hope I'll be able to find it this stream, but it's not high priority right now. There's higher priorities. Now, Eric,
what did you say? Sorry.
What? One of his co-workers came out back in the day at the RV at Amber's. That's his last ex, Amber. We're not doxing her. He had her on camera lots of time. We're not doxing her. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
No. We know who she is. We're not doxing her. He doxed her, if you want to put it that way. He worked for her dad, selling the campers, the RVs, recreational vehicles, if you will. And apparently a former co-worker came out a few years back claiming he harassed her. Well, you know. Yeah. Okay. Pardon me?
I said I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, I have that receipt somewhere. Okay. Hey, Pam, good to see you. Okay. So anyways, we're going to start with Gary's video. Now, for those who don't know, Eric Zink, I ran into him in the mental health community back with the Rewired Soul drama.
Ugh.
Yeah, the Rewired Soul. At least the Rewired Soul knows how to stay canceled. I'll give him that. He knows how to stay canceled.
Yeah, to his credit, that is one good thing about him.
Yeah, he knows how to stay canceled. Yes. And, but Eric doesn't. Anyways, I met Eric, and that's how I met Gary and Jan's Pukes and all them back in the day. That's how I met them. Metamorphosis Rocks as well was in the community. And so was Jason, so were you, and many other people. And Jippy, of course, who I ran into later, of course. Anyways, Eric came off, and at that time, he seemed well-intended. I have to admit, when I came into that scene, I was in real life, I was at one of the lowest points in my life. I'm not going to get into why or how. You're not here for that. But it was a low point. So I guess I was easily manipulated by somebody who seemed to care, seemed to advocate for mental health. And, well, we were fooled. A lot of us were fooled.
That we were.
Yeah. And he came off as well-meaning. He came off as somewhat knowledgeable and well-meaning. He even ran Grivet Industries, which was supposed to be a non-profit to help those who were in, I guess, it
was supposed to be It was supposed to be like a better, so-called better version of the suicide helpline.
That's right. Thank you. Yeah. I didn't know how to quite word that. Thank you. Didn't know how to quite word that. Yes, we were all pooled, Rocks. Yes, indeed, we were all pooled. Yeah. So, anyways, it was found in 2020. I want to say maybe 2020. It was found later. Eric had a few proclivities. Probably still has them. Oh yeah, still has them. If he's running a business for swingers and it's targeted at young swingers, I just want to add something. That swingers business, yes, I have a copy of the screenshot of the app that his current wife runs. It's called Unicorn something.
Yeah, I've got it open on in one of my tabs. I was looking. I was doing some research myself, and I was
What's it called? Unicorn
Landing.
Thank you. Yes, it's called Unicorn Landing, and it's addressed for 17 plus. And that shows he has not changed. He has not repented at all.
Well, the website does say women only 18 plus.
Oh, but why does he have to advertise as 17 plus? Because in the state of Idaho where they live, 18 is the age of consent.
I'll put the link in the private chat.
Thank you. All right. We'll bring it up. I'll bring it up on screen very shortly. Okay. Hang on very shortly as soon as we get it. This computer is slow, I'm warning you. Okay. So, yeah. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Exactly, Creek. Exactly. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. I was totally fooled by him right up until he sent me a provocative message. Oh Jesus.
Really,
Jason? Really?
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that either. Wow.
Oh, God, now I hate him even more.
Oh, God. Yeah. Now, here's the problem that makes it all the more egregious. He took advantage of vulnerable people, and that included one minor, a 16-year-old that we do know about. He actually admits it on a video. Kind of like, it was the non-apology, if you ask me, the non-apology sort of video. Kind of doubles down too, you know what I mean? Wow, Jason, I had no idea.
Me neither.
No. A unicorn in swinger terms is a woman, man that a couple brings in to say, oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God. Thank you, Tank Girl, for the info. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly, Rox. Exactly. This guy sounds awful, especially being in the mental health community. It makes him worse.
See, we thought I remember at the time, the Rewired Soul stuff was happening. We thought that, like, Eric was kind of going to be the person that made everything better in a way. He made himself out to be so much better than the Rewired Soul, and he was a real authentic mental health advocate, and we were fooled by him just as much as we were fooled by Chris Boutte.
Yes, Rewired Soul. That's Chris Boutte. For those who don't know. Yes. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, he did. He was supposed to be the authentic. Thank you, Steph, for sending me the link. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring it up on screen in a few minutes because my computer is old. And okay, so now it says, okay, to go to the link, it is for 18 plus. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm not gonna put the picture. I haven't seen the graphics, so I don't want to take a chance putting.
Oh, they're nothing bad. It's nothing bad. I've already checked it. It's not. It's all safe for work.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, I wouldn't have sent you it.
No phallic symbols here. Okay.
No, nothing like that. Nothing. It's completely safe for work. It's just her in a dress, basically. It's all pink and purple and fluffy.
Okay. So this is their new Swingers app, or the White Swingers app. It seems to be in her name, not his, as far as I know. Or maybe it's just part of the business. So anyways, okay. So it's 18 plus, although it advertised 17 plus initially. But it's 18 plus. Lifestyle app for women to connect with other women in the swinger, ENM. I don't know what ENM stands for. Lifestyle for all women. Oh, God, my poor ace arch. Unicorns, or in a couple, a safe and empowering environment to make connections. Come join us. Available on Android or iOS. So there are special events. She lists special events, which I won't read out loud. There's a bunch of links, and the unicorns are landing and somewhere, and yes.
It all sounds and looks delightful and fluffy and pretty and lovely.
Doesn't it though? And it's all pretty with all those bright colors. Yes. All those bright colors. All right, that's going off. All right. Hold on. I lost my comment section. Hang on. Okay. So, see, I don't know much about the mental health community. I used to watch some people who was mental health related, but it was a lot of fighting. So I decided not worth it. A lot of people, you're not a Lone Creek native. There was a lot of fighting, wasn't there, Steph? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Rocks broke it down right there.
There we go. There we go.
So just above, the message above.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say the message above. It all started when 3 members of the mental health community came to expose the Rewired Soul, Gary, Eric, and Leafy Greens. And then, Leafy Greens ended up. Yeah. It was a mess. It was a whole mess.
Oh, God, yeah. It was a whole ass mess. You know that I still wonder, because Eric, I discovered, later on, that he is very much attention-seeking. And another reason that I started to side-eye him, and this was before I found out all about the SEX shit and the predatory shit, but I found that as he was becoming bigger, he was not really famous on YouTube. He was more famous on TikTok.
Yeah.
And he had over 1 million followers and tens of millions of views on TikTok. And he was addressing, his audience was a young one. A lot of them were minors. And that makes it pretty bad. But we was noticing that becoming a TikTok star became more important to him. See, this is a problem with a lot of the people on the platform, no matter what community they're in. They start thinking they're bigger than they actually are.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah. And
Eric was the Rewired Soul's downfall in the end. Was his ego got the best of him as he gained more followers. When he reached that 100k subscribers on YouTube, that sweet spot, everything went to hell because his ego got the better of him.
Exactly. And he was also very dishonest.
Yeah.
And as such, a couple of years ago, I asked myself, because I even looked for news articles at the time when Eric was living in Orange County, California at that time, because I started to suspect that maybe he squatted himself.
Well, see, I wondered that, but he did. There was like footage of it, like he did record a lot of it. Well, some of it was recorded like by his wife and stuff, and it did seem to be real. I don't know. It seems like I don't know. I did side-eye it myself, to be honest.
A lot of people did side-eye him before I did, before Josephine did. Josephine, by the way, don't try finding her. She's no longer on Twitter or on YouTube. Yeah. So anyways, we found out that he started an OnlyFans. I don't remember what his reasoning was, but he was using his OnlyFans. He was using his mental health so-called advocate platform to prey on vulnerable people. And that is downright evil to me. And yeah, he may not have been arrested or convicted, as some people like to say. That's because he hasn't been caught. That's my opinion. He hasn't been caught. And secondly, unfortunately, grooming is not against the law. Even though I think it should be, it's not. And grooming.
All right,
yeah, grooming. He is definitely a groomer at best. At best. A groomer. Yeah, exactly. So, Jason, there was something. Oh, yeah, definitely. And a lot of us didn't pick up on it until much later. The Rewired Soul claimed to be a mental health expert, but he was not even certified. Turned out his mom was not. No, that's true. Mom was not certified anymore. He was no longer licensed. She was an actual psychologist or psychiatrist, but she was no longer licensed to practice in the state of California where she lived. Okay. That's true too. Josephine is doing really well on TikTok, providing education for witches, not Wiccan. Okay, right on. Good on her. Thank you, Rox, for that update. Oh yeah, he was. But I think Jason, honestly, I think Eric is worse.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us can agree. After everything went down, I stopped thinking Eric swatted himself. I started wondering if one of his alleged victims didn't send him a warning by swatting him. That's a possibility too, Rox. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Oh, you follow there on TikTok. Okay. Thank you, Jason. All right. So why don't we start with the first retro reaction, and that's from Gary Unfiltered. He had a channel also, Bipolar Corner, where he talked more about himself and his experience with his own mental health issues. I don't think it's still up, but
it's still there, but I think all the content's gone.
Okay, he did have good content there back, so it's a pity he probably, but okay, whatever, it is what it is. But I do have one video from his Gary Unfiltered channel from a few years ago where there are receipts on screen. We're going to run that. I don't think Gary will mind. All right. No, he won't mind. Here we go. I just got to find it. It's called The Truth Behind Driven Industries. That was Eric was known as. The Truth Behind Driven Industries.
Gary made, like, I think at least 3 videos, and this is not the most recent one. The most recent one he did, the last one he did, it covered all the stuff that came out about Discord and all that sort of shit, I think so. I can't. It was so long ago, I can't really remember fully. But he covered everything. I wish he would done private then.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Discord, I forgot to mention. Yes, Eric also ran a Discord. It was called Driven Industries, and it was supposed to provide support. But they were also, the problem was they were accepting minors. And toward the end, like for his long time of a chain of events of his own undoing. There was a guy in there that they didn't vet who was a mod or an admin in that Discord. Christopher, I forget his last name. His first name was Christopher, who had turned out to be a registered sex offender.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh.
Yeah. Now, people wanted to call the FBI and all that stuff, and Eric was on a doubling down mission. I think he gave a non-apology. Either way, he handled it badly, and he was responsible for a Discord, okay, full of vulnerable people, particularly if there were minors, vulnerable minors at that, and you got this predator in there. And apparently members were writing to Eric, letting him know that this person, this Christopher person, was making them uncomfortable and this, that, and the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but he didn't do anything until he was caught. You see, this is the problem with Eric. He only comes up with his non-apologies when he's caught.
Yeah.
All right, so let's find Gary's video, The Truth Behind Driven Industries. Steph, you just tell me to pause when you want me to pause, okay?
Okay.
That's how we work here. Okay. All right, so let's go back. Now I want to skip over his intro. Okay, no, we'll do his intro. Okay. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
What's your favorite hobby?
Okay, this is a few years ago. This young lady, it is said that she was 20 years old at that time. She's in a motel streaming on Eric's TikTok. Eric is streaming on TikTok with this young lady that he met randomly.
I know.
What?
Gary's going to explain it all.
Is he in chat?
Oh, no, sorry, I meant in the video.
Ah, okay.
He explains.
Yeah. Okay. So here it goes. He's telling this very strange girl live on TikTok in front of his thousands and thousands of viewers. Let's remember he had a much larger following on TikTok than on YouTube. Okay, here we go.
What? What?
Favorite hobby, sex?
That's not a hobby. And that is not appropriate.
No.
Welcome to Gary Unfiltered. And of course, my name's Gary. If you've never been, until I saw the videos I have just seen.
So I just wanted to skip over his intro.
recently of a TikTok live that I will be showing here. Before I do that, this video is not to spread hate, as I do not want anyone to run and hate or harass or bully or anything like that. That's not what I'm about. I just think that it is fair for me to show these clips that I found for you all to be able to make your own decision and come to your own conclusion of Eric of Driven Industries. So if you're familiar at all with Eric, and if you're not, Eric does travel for a living. That's what he does with it.
That was back then when he was selling campers and RVs. So yeah, he had to travel for a living. And I did do an interview with him when I was doing a thing about employment and mental health years ago, when I was still a tiny double-digit subscriber mental health channel. The video is no longer on my channel. I took it down when I found out about him because I no longer wanted to be associated with him that way. But yeah, at that time, he told me about his work. I think he ran the sales department. Yeah, nepotism is a good thing. Yeah, nepotism is a good thing. Do you have anything to add, Steph?
Oh, I was just going to say, because T-Girl said, how recent is this video? What's the date on this?
It doesn't say. It's from 2020.
It will say underneath in the description box.
Hang on, I have to get out of full screen for that. It just says 2 years ago.
Click on the description box and it will come up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. September 22nd, 2020. Thank you, Steph. Thank you. Okay, September 22nd, 2020. Okay. Let's go back to full screen. All right.
His job as he travels from state to state.
That's
A
right.
few days ago, Eric done a
At that time, he was also still married to a lady named Amber that was wife number 4.
Yep.
And again, we are not doxing her. He has had Amber many, many times in his videos with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
a TikTok live. And in that live, he had a 20-year-old young lady with him in a hotel room. And I'm going to go ahead and play this clip so you can see how old that she is. She was saying herself.
Hey, yo, first of all, I'm almost 21.
Eric has built up a big following over on TikTok. Close to 600,000 subscribers, I believe. So with this live with this young lady, is what I'll refer to her as, she actually met Eric in a hotel because she looks up to him as an icon.
I'm not like an icon like you.
In this next...
And that's the thing. How many young, impressionable people viewed him as such? I mean, hell, even some of us old farts, vulnerable old farts, maybe not an icon, but certainly somebody to look up to. Wouldn't you say, Steph?
Oh, yeah, definitely. People, and I think the young people that he was talking to kind of, well, he was aiming to be like a mentor, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Exactly. A mentor. Yeah. Too bad it turned out to be predator. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This video I'm about to show you, you're going to see that she agrees that they're just chilling out in a hotel room, you know, being friends and whatnot. But Eric says something that probably shouldn't have been said. And you can see by the young woman's face that it makes her uncomfortable.
Yeah, we're in a hotel. I'm just hanging out.
I found her walking on the street and she was like $200 and I was like, okay.
I understand that sometimes we might joke when we meet people and things like that. But for one, I'm 39 and Eric is the same age as me. This is a young lady who is 20 years old. She may not be used to that. And if this is your first time, even though you've talked over the phone, but you're actually alone, you could tell by the look on her face that she's uncomfortable with that, you know, with what was said. So while they're in this hotel room, they're on TikTok. There's a bunch of kids on TikTok that is actually in the chat room. They are typing messages, asking questions, and you can tell by the questions are asked that it's a lot of kids, and we will get to that later on in the video. They simply asked the young lady if Eric is her dad several times throughout this live stream, and I'm going to play one of the clips here.
Oh, nice to meet you. This is my daughter. This is a friend.
But he does pass off as his daughter. I wouldn't blame the chatter. And it shows he likes them young.
Definitely.
Very young. Very young. Now, she says she's 20. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. I have no reason not to. But she does look young, even for 20. In my opinion. Okay, here we go.
Mine.
Might as well just fucking.
I gotta go run with the daughter thing. I might as well.
Might as well.
You are sick. You are one sick fuck, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You are one sick fuck.
I could just, never mind. That would have been horrible. Who's your daddy?
Oh, God.
You can see he thought for a minute, was like, never mind, and wasn't going to say it.
It's interesting the song choice he had in the background. It was the first bars to Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine. I'll be fair, I never listened to the lyrics, but I do remember when I started in online radio, and a long time ago, I was doing a classic rock. I was DJing a classic rock show, and they told me never to play that song, Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine, because they claimed, the people who ran it claimed it was a great song. I never listened to the lyrics. I don't know. They told me not to. So I find it interesting hearing the first bars of the song and going back to my old producer. Yeah. Okay. If anybody knows better in chat, please let me know. I can't see the chat right now. Steph, can you see the chat?
Yeah, I can.
All right.
Is just Jason is talking about the message he sent. I still have the inappropriate message he sent me. I just found it. He was asking me about whether I was a bottom and if I enjoyed having sex, telling me sex is a good coping mechanism. After that, I just stopped messaging him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So he's like traffic. He goes both ways. Okay. Why am I not surprised? I shouldn't be surprised. I really shouldn't, because I think the man genuinely has a problem. Sex addiction is a thing, you know, and he does.
Right.
He's a self-admitted recovering alcoholic, recovering drug addict. Why wouldn't he replace it with sex?
Well, he's talked quite a lot. I remember him talking about how he thought he might have a sex addiction.
Yeah, I remember that too. Okay, let's go. Come on, Gary.
But continue to say, who's your daddy anyway? I personally think that is inappropriate myself.
I do too.
I kind of really don't know what else to say, but
I do too. Like, this is a stranger. You're on a TikTok live. Even if the girl is of age as she claims to be, I find it still highly inappropriate. And you got to remember, a lot of his target audience were a lot of teenagers. A lot of minors would have been seeing that.
So, Brooks, no, there's nothing with being bi at all. And yeah, he is. He's sick, twisted individual, completely irrelevant to his sexuality.
Yeah, exactly.
in this next,
It's like, you know, yeah, exactly, Rox. No, there's nothing wrong. We are not, you know, there's nothing wrong with sexual orientation. No. It's just he's a sick fuck. You know, much like tragic is. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
clip I'm about to show you, Eric, someone has actually asked him on TikTok, one of the kids who are watching him, ask him what is his favorite hobby. And you'll see here what he says.
What's your favorite hobby?
Sex.
What? What?
Favorite hobby? Sex.
That's not a hobby. And that is not appropriate.
You can clearly
It's so
see.
fucked up to me that the 21-year-old girl is the one setting the boundaries there.
Isn't it though?
I'm so glad that she wasn't like, I'm glad that she could see instantly. You could see it in her face. You could see instantly that she's like, that is completely inappropriate.
Here, I'll bring it back just so you can see her. There she is. Okay, there she is. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad she was able, because he could just as easily have brought, because a lot of these people he caters to are vulnerable, who might not have been able, they might, as uncomfortable as they might have been, they might not have been capable of advocating for themselves to assert themselves like she was able to. So good on her that she was able to assert herself. Absolutely. Okay. All right, so let's go.
Not appropriate.
Right?
You can clearly see she was like, that's inappropriate. She was very uncomfortable in there. I don't have to just say that she was uncomfortable. She literally says that was inappropriate. That was her words, not mine. But I can tell you that that was inappropriate. You literally sat there in front of 250 people who was watching this live stream. who are young adults and children under 18 that are even 13 in there.
Oh my God.
And told him that your favorite hobby is sex.
Yeah, agree.
That is highly inappropriate.
Yeah.
I agree with her. In this next video clip I'm about to show you, it is literally a young person. I don't know how young they are, but they're obviously not 18 because they literally ask Eric, how can I talk to you, but my parents don't want me to?
I really want to talk to you, but my parents won't like you. What can I do? You can message me through Instagram. But you can message me through Instagram.
Why?
Yeah.
This is the point where you say, you know what? If your parents don't want me to talk to you, then perhaps you shouldn't. Fedora, I remember you at the time.
Yes.
You had a different experience with that kind of thing, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. What happened was I actually had a lady, okay, my short story long, I had a bit of a rough patch during my teen years. And life with my parents was not great. And there was a lady in the area. She was the mother of another kid I went to school with. And she was my confidant. She was a woman who was the same age as my parents. And she was a confidant. Now, that was a positive experience for me. She was like a lifesaver for me. But I also had to learn that, yeah, that kind of thing can go awry very easily. And as we see with Eric right now, or not what we now know, that would have been the gone awry compartment.
I remember that being, if I remember correctly, that back then was a kind of an issue between you and Gary at the time.
Correct.
Because he had, obviously, I'm not going to go into too much with where he's concerned, but he had a very, very, very bad experience with that kind of thing himself. And I remember you two kind of butting heads at the time over that. But I mean, I don't know. It seems very, with something with that example with Eric, it just.
Yeah, like Eric would be the type that this would go bad, and it did go bad. And but like I said, yeah, it's like, do I have an answer for people if they've got a bad? I think there are kids hotlines in every jurisdiction, or almost every jurisdiction.
Yeah.
I think that's the best advice I can give. But anyways, kids shouldn't be watching my videos to begin with, so I doubt there are any minors.
And that's the thing. It's like okay, your parents don't want to don't want you to talk to me. That's fair enough. I can understand why. However, if you are having a rough time and you do need to speak to somebody who's safe, I can point you in the direction of, professionals that are there to, help with young people whose parents, aren't wonderful in that.
Yeah, exactly. Such as
not
a youth
on Instagram. Fuck off, Eric.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know, like a youth hotline, for instance.
Yeah.
Maybe a youth protection. That's what we call the equivalent of CPS here in my province. Could be a youth protection. It could be the school guidance counselor if there's a teacher you trust. That kind of thing. And yeah, like looking back, I reacted impulsively. I still stand by that sometimes another adult can provide it, but I see the point now. That it can just as easily go bad, as it had gone well in my case.
A grown man with I think it was an underage girl that asked that question.
Yeah, exactly. I agree that inappropriate.
Why would you have someone who is under the age of 18 whose parents doesn't want them to talk to you? They said they're not going to like me to talk to you. Why would you tell them to hit you up on Instagram? That's the only question I'm going to ask. I personally would have straight up and said, well, if your parents don't want you talking to me, then maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should listen to your parents. The next clip I'm about to.
Well, just an answer. It's not really relevant, but my point is, well, maybe not. If the parents aren't listenable, maybe he should have provided resources. That's my answer. Other resources, like a youth hotline, youth protection, the school guidance counselor, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes the parents are not perhaps the last people. Yeah. Perhaps, like, what I'm saying is sometimes the parents are the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly. And people like Eric swoop in and take advantage of that. And that's what makes him evil. And that's what makes him evil. Okay.
Yes.
To show you, someone asked, how can I get over someone after being in a relationship? And here's what Eric tells me.
Okay.
Can we get advice on how to get through heartbreak? Yeah, get under somebody else.
At least 250 people were in there. Kids.
Can you imagine teenagers as young as 13, impressionable, perhaps even vulnerable teenagers hearing that? You know, like a 15-year-old getting over their first love, the breakup of their first love.
Yep.
Can you imagine?
It's so fucked up to me that he doesn't even think about it. It doesn't even consider the question. He just answers, get under somebody else. Like, what are you doing? What are you thinking?
Exactly.
And young adults, they're asking how to get through heartbreak. And you say, to get over one person, get under another. Literally, these are just kids. No mental health advocate. Not even an adult should tell that to any child at all.
Agreed.
Rather it's a joke, rather it's not a joke.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something to joke about. And even if that is an adult that asks that question, there are children in that room.
Yeah.
There's different ways that you could have answered that question. And that's definitely not one of the correct ways to do it when you had so many children watching you. I'm about to talk about a collaboration that Eric from Driven Industries done with a young man named CG Kid. He is a popular YouTuber.
Okay. I don't think we don't really need to go over CG Kid, do we?
I know. I feel like maybe it's worth touching on it.
Yeah, it's where Eric did a video, which has been dirty deleted since, or YouTube probably took it down. It was probably maybe mass flagged, and YouTube took it down because it was also weird. He was talking stories about how he was snorting coke off of somebody's thigh or something like that, or somebody's butt cheek.
I think it shows like even more just how inappropriate he is and how like his lack of boundaries with sex in general and the way he conducts himself online. I think it's kind of important, really.
All right, let's go. All right, for those who don't know, CG Kid had a channel about recovery, of a drug addiction recovery. And a very good channel at that. It was meant to be educational. I know a couple of years back, I think YouTube demonetized his entire channel for whatever reason. I don't know if I think he appealed and he got his monetization back, but I don't think, I don't know where he's at right now, honestly. I don't know where CG Kid is at. But back in the day, CG Kid and Eric were good friends. They were very good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've actually talked to him a handful of times. I think he's a great guy. He's battled with tons of different drug addictions.
CG Kid, okay, got out of rehab recently for relapse. I will update on my channel when I'm ready and back home in Dallas. I was an absolute hell, but now I feel great. I had to take a step backward, but managed to leap forwards. Love you guys. Okay.
Well, he recently relapsed on January the 5th. And on January the 6th, Eric posted up a collaboration that he did with CG Kid. And
okay, guys, understand the context. Gary provided a date. He started a timeline. January 5th was the day that CG Kid said he relapsed. January 6th, he does this collab with Eric. And I believe that was on Eric's channel.
Very beginning of this clip I'm about to show you, Eric says they are not promoting drugs at all. So let me just go ahead and play this clip real fast.
Because we're not like promoting drugs. We're just talking about them and how stupid we were with them.
Which is good. I think it's great to show a video, that you're going to talk about a video to where you're not promoting the drugs, but you can show the downside. but you have to watch how you talk about that. Now remember, CG Kid is very freshly out of rehab, and took him till the 12th to make a video on his own to tell everyone on his own channel that he just got out of rehab. And yes, CG Kid may have said a few wrong things, but when we first get clean, we're fragile. Yeah. And it's not going to take much to just,
I get it,
turn it right back on to where we may use again.
Hence, Eric was truly the predator here.
And this video, for me, was triggering. The first clip I'm about to show you is how the video should have went.
You know, I really go back to reinforcing, like, thank God you're sober, because
at least you're not doing it now. It's what you did and not who you are.
Right. And don't get me wrong, there's things like, you know.
Right. It's what you did and it's not who you are. And I totally agree with that 100%. Being an addict or doing the drugs, it doesn't define who you are as a person. It may be what we did and we may have done a lot of stupid stuff, but it doesn't really define who we are. Now in the next clip, takes a turn for the worse. Go ahead and check it out yourself.
RV shows of being stuck in a hotel room.
What?
I was just saying, trigger warning. This is very graphic discussion about drugs and sex and stuff. So just, trigger warning. Just
okay. All right, right on. Are we ready to? Okay, let's. I'm sure I'm going to get slapped with an age restriction. Okay, it's already demonetized anyway.
With like my third wife used with me. Yeah. So I'd be like snorting coke off of any and every body part.
Oh God.
And she'd be snorting coke off of any and every body part.
Damn.
And like we wouldn't leave the room.
How do you snort coke off an asshole?
Ew. Mm-hmm. Ew. Okay. Off to the vomitorium. Off to the vomitorium.
You lay it out very carefully.
Oh
You're having a girl do a line of coke off of your dick. You know?
Okay. You get the idea. I'm gonna skip over. Okay, I'm gonna skip over.
Yeah, I think that was the most graphic part. I think after that is
okay, we get the idea. Okay.
How triggering that can be for anyone that's just got out of rehab.
Yep.
Whether it's a dual diagnostic, whether it's a detox center, whether it's a rehabilitation center, it doesn't matter what facility they came out of, or even like myself, those of us that may have not went to rehab, but may have got clean and sober on our own, that conversation is triggering for anyone.
Yeah, agreed.
And listening to that makes me think of the times that, because I did cocaine too.
Yep.
And that kind of triggers that in me of some of the things and times that I had that I may consider good times. That could literally make me think, well, man, those were so awesome. I should go do it again.
Oh, goody.
I'm not going to, and I hope none of you all do.
Nope.
These are the things we shouldn't say to someone freshly out of rehab. I don't see how that's properly advocating as you say that you do, especially as you supposedly be in a nonprofit. Before I end this video, I do want to say, CG Kid, it's always been a pleasure talking to you. If you ever want to talk to me, feel free to hit me up. I'm going to drop a link to his channel below so that those of you in the recovery community can please go support this young man, because we know what it's like to go through drug addiction. Whether you've been in rehab or not, we know what it's like to battle those demons. So please show him the proper support needed. And in the link below,
all right.
It may be a trigger warning for some.
All right, I think that's the gist of it. We got the gist of it. All right.
I want to say though, I think right
hey,
now.
Ray.
Oh yeah, hey Ray. He right now his YouTube channel is extremely geared towards addiction. Literally, for like the majority of his videos in recent times are about all the different types of drugs he's taken, what it feels like, what withdrawal is like. Literally, it's just pure drugs. Because you know, back in the day when it was all mental health orientated and all those different diagnoses supposedly, and what this feels like and what that feels like and blah blah blah. Now it's all geared towards addiction. I'm guessing probably because he can't really talk that much about sex on his channel.
No, we can't. And that was already really graphic. Probably enough to get me an age restriction. It's okay. It is what it is. Okay. We don't know and we don't really want to know. It's a vomitorium moment for me right now, Tank Girl. Okay. All right. So right now, the next video, Jippy re-uploaded a video from Eric doubling down on his shit. And he also admits to inappropriate texting with minor. So, because I think it's important.
Oh, is this from Hepburn?
Yeah, it is. Hang on. It's called...
Can you get the date on it before you play it?
What?
Could you get the date on it before you play it?
Yeah, sure. Hang on. Let me... Okay, which one is it? Okay. It's called Full Text Message Conversation and Recipes. Okay. This is on Jippy's channel. She re-uploaded it.
Here's the screenshots from the
Okay.
Okay. So this is where he admits that he had inappropriate texting with a minor, but he kind of doubles down too. So in other words, it's
I remember this video.
Yeah. You notice like he's got a shirt hanging up in the back of his vehicle and
yeah. This is when Amber kicked his ass out.
Yeah, she did. Well, that poor girl was humiliated online through all this.
Yep.
He never thinks about that. It was him, the victim. He, the victim.
Oh, he doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't realize that poor girl was humiliated. Probably her family too, because he did work for her dad. Okay.
Play the victim or any of that. I'm not trying to manipulate anyone. One, if you ever are struggling, do not reach out to anybody other than your family members. I made a mistake. I am a 40-year-old man. There is no reason I should have ever texted a teen, adult, especially a teen. Now, I don't have any kids, and I don't really like kids a whole lot. I don't understand how to talk.
If you don't like kids, how come you accepted them in your fucking Discord? You accepted them in your Discord. You have that's your target audience on TikTok. But that was your target audience on TikTok, pretty much. If you don't like kids, why are you targeting them?
It seems like a very standard line from a groomer. That I'm not a groomer. I don't even like kids. I swear.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh God, he and Beggs belong together. God damn it.
Talk to kids. I don't have a fart fetish. I don't like to smell.
Oh yes, you do.
God, I forgot about that.
The text. I can show the text if you want, but yeah, I do have the text, though. I do have copies.
But I am not a groomer. I am not a pedophile.
Yeah, you are.
So
that's up for debate.
Here are the screenshots here. I will share with you my mentality behind it, not as anything other than the fact of this is how I am. And one, I apologize.
Oh, he's going to show the text on screen himself. Okay.
And two, that again, don't give out your phone number. Don't help anybody.
And that was another thing. And people had told him, stop giving out your goddamn phone number on the internet, on your live streams. Nothing good can come of that.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I think that's what he was doing. Like it wasn't a case of playing naive, or now I don't believe he's well intended anymore. I think this is how he was trying to get people into his lair, if you will. Yeah. That's what I think. Do you want me to speed him up to 1.25?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't speed him up before because not because of Gary, but because of the because of the recordings he had that were not clear. The audio was not clear on the recordings he had. Okay.
When it comes to this, there is no justification to anything that I did. What I did was wrong, and this is why I'm never putting my number out there again. And I don't know if I'm going to even do social media again. So here are the screenshots to it. It started off from an.
You should have stayed off social media, dude. You should, because you're not exactly being welcomed back with open arms. Certainly, no, and neither is your new trophy wife. Neither.
Instagram post by an individual that is 16-year-old. She was a Patreon member, and I had.
What is a 16-year-old? And somebody asked this question on Twitter, I believe it was last night. Somebody asked this on Twitter. What is a 16-year-old doing paying for Patreon?
What do you mean?
A 16-year-old was in his Patreon, he said.
Oh, I forgot he even had a Patreon.
He did, yeah, he did. Oh yeah, it was big. He promoted it heavily. He had, what's her face? Lola Bohemia at one point managed it. Lola Bohemia managed it for him. Somebody else managed it when she was gone. Somebody else, I think, managed it for him. Oh God, I don't know who it was. I was never a patron though. I was never a patron. But what is a 16-year-old doing paying for Patreon?
Always sent out positive videos to Patreon members to try and just be a friend and build a relationship with them. One, again, that was wrong. Because
yeah, that's grooming. Building a relationship in business, that's one thing. You know, building a relationship in a couple with two consenting adults, that's another. But damn, what you're suggesting, that's grooming, dude.
Because they are underage and they were a Patreon member of mine and they were getting sent positive messages, whatever messages, doesn't matter. I shouldn't be texting them. So again, here's amendments to anyone I've ever sent an inappropriate message to. She posted on an Instagram story that she was feeling suicidal. I had done enough work with her that I knew that she had suicidal feelings.
That makes what you did even worse.
He describes it as if he's like some sort of counselor. I'd done enough work with her that I knew that she had to.
Yeah. Yeah, the language is certainly interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly interesting. Like, I did work. He's not a professional, you know, and she should have been referred somewhere else, you know. As an advocate, it would have been, you know, the moral thing at least to do would have been to refer to her, i.e. a hotline dedicated for you, whatever, you know, the school guidance counselor, maybe a teacher they trust, you know, whatever, you know. Like that.
Understanding boundaries. It's just like, okay, so you can see that this 16-year-old is struggling, but you need to have some boundaries, and you're not the right person to be texting her. Sorry, but you're just not. As a 40-year-old man who is no relation, no friend, nothing to her, you're not the person to be texting her at all.
No, he's not.
Stuff before. So I ended up reaching out to this individual, and so here's how the text messages went. Asked her how she was doing on Instagram.
Okay, this is it for those who want to take a screenshot, maybe.
Yeah, he's cutting some of this out. There was more than that.
Yeah, there was. I'm just pausing it. If anybody wants to take a read or take a screenshot of it, please feel free to do so.
I love how he's very. This seems a bit strategic, because that's definitely not the first screenshot at all.
Okay. Yeah, I believe the green. Yeah, the green is Eric.
No. The green is
The green is not Eric.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, the green is Eric, and the
gray is the
16-year-old girl.
16-year-old girl. Yeah.
Shoots over and says to WhatsApp, because this is where I text my Patreon members from. Ask her how she's doing. I get a good LOL. How about you? Lies. I knew she was lying because she said on Instagram that she was feeling suicidal. No. I said yes. Don't like talking. Fine. Ass. Being open is scary.
Okay. Why were you pushing this person if they no longer wanted to talk about it? Why were you pushing that?
Why are you calling a 16-year-old girl an ass?
Exactly. That too. Thank you. That too. Wow.
Because all I wanted them to do was open up and just share. Look at you, all scary. Yes, I'm scary. Brat. I always call people a brat, especially females, because I can't call them anything necessarily inappropriate. Because
calling a 16-year-old girl a brat is inappropriate. Fuck. God, I forgot how angry this dude makes me.
That's okay. We're gonna see spicy stuff. Okay. That's okay.
Well, it's not right to do. If you're a guy, I apologize if I ever called you a dick, because, well, I would tell guys to stop being a fucking dick. I asked her how old she is. She said she's 16. How many kids do you have? 8. Sweet. Now I just feel that we were in a joking mood. At least she's joking. She doesn't necessarily feel suicidal. You know, says mom would kill her. I said, way to do it. Why? 8 kids. I would be dead. You know, you wouldn't be walking right. I'm trying to make fun of it. Again. And
No.
I know, right?
Oh, you wouldn't be walking right?
Oh, God. Ugh. Off to the vomitorium.
Appropriate. Can't even look at myself after. Never mind a kid. Did you shower? And the reason I started asking people if they showered is whenever I was depressed, I never showered. My butt smelled.
Got another one who doesn't shower.
But this is not what you say to a 16-year-old.
I know.
Okay, it's great. Your butt smelled when you were depressed. You didn't shower.
Damn it.
That's wonderful for you as a grown man. You don't.
It is gross, to put it mildly. It is gross. God damn it.
Armpit smelled. My face was greasy and oily. My teeth had a film over it. And it was the only way I knew how to relate to somebody. As you can see, there is absolutely no.
There's somebody in my chat who is sick to their stomach. Was sick to their stomach already before they came. They're probably feeling worse. I'm sorry, Jippy. Oh God, I'm sorry, Jippy.
No training here. This is why you don't reach out to people. Do you stink? Because I always stunk. Having fun laying in bed. Okay, when's the last time that you showered? And the reason I cared is because this will tell you, at least in me, of how long you've been depressed for. I don't even remember. So your pit smell, your fart smell, you smell worse when you fart. I didn't know what FFS means.
Oh God. He's so flippant about it. He has no idea how to appropriately talk to a minor.
No, he does not.
And you can tell by his tone that he's only doing this because he thinks it'll make everyone leave him alone.
Yeah, he's like,
he has no idea what he's done wrong. He doesn't understand. You could just tell he doesn't understand that this is not how you approach a minor.
No, I know exactly. There it is.
So she said, for fuck's sake. I said, well, there's no fucking if you smell bad and no babies, because she said she had 8 babies, and I was trying to make a joke. That was stupid. That's not appropriate behavior. True. Oh well.
No,
what's going on?
Say.
That's a shame. I don't know what that's a shame was in reference to. I think it was the baby thing. Does your butt smell? Don't really smell, to be honest.
Either way, it's all inappropriate and disgusting and gross and God knows whatever else. Pure evil.
Well, and I thought that we were in a joking environment here. Just open up and tell me what's going on. Try to get her to joke some more.
You're addressing a girl who is vulnerable. You should not even be talking to in the first place.
You can tell she doesn't want to talk either. Like, and talking this way to her isn't going to encourage her to talk either.
No, absolutely not. If anything, it could make her shut down even more by feeling uncomfortable. You know.
Again, it's the young girl who's setting the boundaries here, just like the girl in the hotel room. It's
Absolutely.
The young girl who's. I mean, clearly she doesn't understand boundaries either because she's a kid, but she's doing a better job of it than he is.
No shit. Yeah, absolutely. Oh God, who's the grown up here? Oh God.
Going on. Okay, that's not a conversation where it's me and another person making them talk. Stop, smelly ass.
And I think it is important to highlight this because there are some, I'm not going to mention names because it has no prohibitive value really, but there are some who think he needs to be forgiven and left alone and let him make his money, let him succeed. And I'm here to say, whoa, no. There are some things that you just cannot forgive.
No.
Cannot. And this is one of them. That's number one. And number two, he's not even repentant because the video we're going to react to, the main event, if you will, the video he did introducing us to new trophy wife. Okay. Yeah. The new trophy wife there. You're going to see that he doubles down, basically. Yeah, he admits it, but he doubles down and he plays the victim. And he says he was only making this thing with his wife because supposedly their new business, this unicorn business, is apparently caught wind of his past. That's the guys here of his comeback attempt.
Yeah.
Apparently the new business. Oh God! So when even a gang of swingers are side-eyeing you.
Yep.
Oh boy, you got to think. Swingers, they lead an alternate lifestyle, if you will. And so if they're side-eyeing you, oh my God.
Just trying to be funny. That was dumb. Again, inappropriate for an adult to do. Nothing, not going to talk. So I decided to share. I'm in a bad place. I was detoxing from Red Kratom at the time. And I'd been in a bad place for a bit. Then wanted to talk about me. And
You don't talk about your goddamn Kratom. Another one with the Kratom. Don't talk about goddamn Kratom.
This would make me, I mean, this kind of conversation would make me, as a 16-year-old, would have made me deeply uncomfortable having some 40-year-old man talk to me in this way, for starters, and then go on to say, because she's saying, promise I'm not going to talk, and she promises she can't talk and whatever, and he says, that's dumb. Hey, guess what? I'm in a bad place, have been for a few days. That would make me so deeply uncomfortable. Because then it's like, well, I'm expecting the 16-year-old to relate to you and comfort you. Like, what are you expecting from this? I understand that you're probably trying in some very warped way to relate to her and make her see that it's okay to not be okay and whatever. But this isn't how you do it. It's just not.
No, I get it. No, it ain't. All right, let's truck through this. There's 4 minutes left.
I didn't want to do it that way.
I know. Sorry, a minute left. Sorry, we'd already been through 4 minutes. There's about a little over a minute left.
One posting that I was suicidal. So talking is pointless. Regret it afterwards. Why? Doesn't want to feel at all. Feels numb and empty. Just feel nothing. So I do what I've always told people to do. Hey, send memes. They make people laugh. Again, probably meme said it was inappropriate. Well, I was inappropriate at all.
Oh, God.
After the meme, I get a mood, and then I get her to open up and says normally she wants to go off and die. This time she doesn't, which I was awesome about. She talks to her mom, which was exactly what I wanted to get out of her, is that she was going to talk to somebody. I told her I was proud of her.
Yeah, well, you probably should have come right out and sent her to resources, like, a hotline, like the resources I mentioned earlier, like hotlines, maybe the school guidance counselor, maybe, there are organizations that help troubled youth, especially those who cannot go to their parents, or the parents may be the problem, maybe a youth protection agency. You should have referred her to those resources.
But he just said that. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
He just said that, because she said I now talk to my mum when I'm suicidal, and he said that was the aim, that was the goal I was trying to make her do, is talk to her mum. At what point in the messages did you suggest in any way?
Yeah, there was nothing.
The parents in any way. You talked about her fucking butt smelling.
I know. It's mind-boggling to me. It's absolutely astounding.
She's proud. She was proud of me also. And then Monday I sent her one of the Patreon videos that I normally send. Again, this is not appropriate.
Oh,
I am not justifying any of my reasonings for talking to anybody under the age.
And of course, encouraging her to pay money for your damn Patreon. Yeah.
Again, not a pedophile. I don't like smelly butts. If you're depressed, get help, find a therapist. Hopefully maybe this clears you guys up a little bit of at least my understanding of it. And again, not justifying anything. And to anybody that I ever said anything inappropriate to through text messaging, I apologize and I want to make amends to you. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
Wow, that felt so genuine. I could really feel it. Like, could you, Fedora?
I'm absolutely. It's heartfelt. It felt so sincere. Wow. Let's go over the chat before we go over the reaction. Yeah, we have a small group today. That's okay. That's okay. All right. So let's go back a bit. Okay. I kind of suspected it would be a smaller group today. All right, here we go. I'm looking for the videos from his main page that happen to have titles or some writing on the thumbnail that he is still milking his previous wife's unaliving.
Oh yeah, and his dad. His dad and those are his two. That's kind of his claim to the mental health community, and why he supposedly advocates for suicide awareness is because of his ex-wife and his dad. But like.
Yeah, they unalived themselves. Just to be clear, the wife that unalived himself was wife number 3. That is not Amber, who we are talking about. It is not Amber. Amber, as far as I know, is still very much amongst the living. As far as All right. So crazy when you consider the running story on that is that he kept putting her down, and that is part of the reason she got so depressed. I know. It's astounding. It's astounding, it's gross, it's nasty. Just saying, as someone who is groomed, oh God, I'm sorry that happened to you, Tank Girl, 25 plus years ago, and no, I will never say, that's okay, that's fair. He is a huge walking, talking. A 23-year-old when I was 14 said I would not be with anyone who smoked. I started smoking. Oh my God. I'm sorry that happened to you, Tank Girl. Is constantly talking about coke a fetish? Because that's what that channel spends a lot of time talking about, especially lately. I've noticed coming out of their rocks.
It's I think sex and drugs, especially cocaine, are his two main things, and it's what he gears his whole channel towards.
Yeah, especially. Yeah, he is definitely talking about drugs. I'm surprised.
I'm sorry you're so sick, Jiffy. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Jiffy. No, it isn't considered a fetish. At best, he is an active addict. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Spicy step, yeah. Hashtag spicy step. Not walking right. Yeah, you heard that right. Yeah, exactly. We're stunned too, Ray. We are very stunned too. Okay, every channel he has had at one point makes a ton of videos about how great it felt. It's kind of glamorizing the drugs. Yeah, that's why I'm stunned that YouTube leaves them up. I'm stunned that YouTube leaves them up because I find he is glorifying the drugs. Oh my God! I knew he was super gross, but holy crap! Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I need a bleach bath. Yeah. Well, don't hurt yourself, Tank girl. No, there are not. You're right. There are not. Being a unicorn hunter with this gross BS, yeah, it is fucking disturbing to put it out. I know. I'm sorry, Jippy. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, Jippy. Try to stay hydrated if you can. If you can. I know. I'm sorry. God. Okay, getting out of the shower, but you used to be able to change Patreon settings to 16 plus. Oh, really, Creek Native? Really? Fat lot I know about Patreon. Jippy, do you have any ginger ale, or you guys have a version of Gatorade? Good question. Okay, Jippy says she does. Yeah, try if you can to hydrate. Yeah, not sure if you still can. Okay, so before the main, do you have any words to add after watching that, Steph?
Ew. That's about it.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Disgusting. So I just want to show you something else from a doctor. Two videos on two TikToks that I recorded. They're on my computer. I want to show those before we get to the main event. They're from an account called Dr. Brendan J, who was a psychologist who followed Eric's TikTok. And I want to show you where he calls them out. Now, just short story long, Eric took himself to the police station. He says he took himself to the police station. He showed some kind of report or paper. It turns out it's just a file number, according to Dr. Brendan J. We're going to be playing that, assuming. Computer, don't fail me now. Don't fail me now, computer. All right. Okay. Yeah. Hang on. Gotta find it. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to play two from Dr. Brendan. I don't know from what order they are in. Okay, here we go. All right. So here we go. Which one do we play first? Doesn't matter. I'm not going to play them in any particular order. It's just two very short TikTok videos.
I don't really like to do these things. I always try to find the answer, but I also believe as a therapist we have a duty to protect.
Are you able to turn the volume up at all?
No, his sound is horrible, unfortunately. And this is, I didn't get it from TikTok. This is a video I downloaded from Twitter. I screen recorded it from Twitter. As you can see, it's a while back, September 21, 2020, when all this went down. This was from Josephine's old Twitter account. Okay.
Man who was a mental health advocate, and I used to think was a very good mental health advocate, is actually preying upon children. Yeah. So for those of you guys who don't know, this guy hands out his cell phone number so that way he can message people, and he was there to be supportive of people. And here's one of the message conversations right here. You can take a look at it. Let me post the other one. So if you pause the video and look.
Okay, that's the messages we looked at on his own video, on Eric's own video. That's the messages he is, Dr. Brendan here is referring to.
Look at it, you'll see through these messages how inappropriate these messages are. And this is from one of his teenagers that he was texting. You can go ahead, let me get out of the way so you can pause that and see that. You'll notice there's some very explicit stuff at the bottom that's very questionable about this person. I am very upset that a person like this is posing as a mental health advocate.
Unfortunately, no. No, it was recorded off TikTok, Twitter, sorry. Like I said, it was recorded off Twitter. I'm sorry.
It's okay, I just want to check.
We already have enough trouble trying to get people to trust mental health, and someone like this is preying on little children. It's unacceptable.
Yep, exactly. It is unacceptable.
Oh, there you can see those arrows on the bottom.
Really?
Right. If you could do that on the next video, maybe.
All right, hang on. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Okay. To stream, or take it off the stream rather. I need to remove it. Okay, remove from stream. Okay, there we go. Sorry, it's different when you're sharing videos that are already on your desktop. It's very different. Okay, so video file. Let's go. And the other, Dr. Brendan. All right. Here we go.
So I just wanted to give you guys all an update on the Eric situation.
Those arrows.
We have gone to the authorities.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay, hang on. Let's see if I can find it.
There's like an arrow.
Yeah, I see them. Yeah, I see. Ah, God, hang on. Because it's no, it's not working. So I have to do it from here. I can't do it from because it's not playing on the. It plays directly on StreamYards. Unlike a video I was sharing, let's say from Rumble or YouTube, which I could toggle the arrows and make it full screen. This is not allowing me to. Okay.
It's all right. You can see him. It's fine. Just keep going.
Okay. All right, here we go.
So I just wanted to give you guys all an update on the Eric situation. We have gone to the authorities with all the evidence we have. We've cooperated with them, and we've.
This is in response to Eric saying he took himself to the Orange County Police or the police department in Orange County, California, where he used to live. He is no longer living there. But yeah, this is in response, directly in response to Eric's so-called police report.
I just want to make, because what you were saying earlier about there's certain people that are, saying that it's all fine and that he can come back and be allowed to get on with his life. I've seen tweets saying that he shouldn't be able. I've just completely lost my train of thought. That's so annoying.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
I was about to say something and it's just completely disappeared from my head.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh yeah, I saw tweets saying that whatever text messages there are or whatever that he was interacting with a minor need to be taken to the police rather than bitched about on Twitter and whatever.
But they were.
I think this is a good response to say that did happen back then. I just wanted to make that clear that this is a good response to that, hopefully.
Yeah, he did. He and his people, Dr. Brendan here and his people did do that. And that's what he's talking about in this TikTok short.
Given them everything that we have. We also checked on his report. It is not an official report. It is just a filing number. And from the looks of the officer, they didn't have any clue about the evidence that we provided them with. But the main reason we are making this video is because if you are a victim, if you have been contacted by Eric or had any of these inappropriate messages done to you, please consider coming forward. Message us so that we can help the police with their investigation. Thank you so much for everything, and please spread the word as much as you can.
Okay, and that is that.
So.
Okay, then that is that. That is.
And Eric is going to talk about whatever filing he did in the video that we're about to play.
Yeah, he does. That's why I wanted to play Dr. Brendan, particularly that particular short. Okay, so now we're going to watch from Google Drive. Thank you, Little Boots. I don't think she's watching, but thank you, Little Boots, for doing the Lord's work.
Thank you, Fat Boot.
Fat Boot. Fat Boot. Yeah, that's what Traffic and Columbine like to call her. Okay, let's go. Are you there?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. It's a 37-minute video. We are going to be watching it off a Google Drive. Okay, not from YouTube. It's going to be a Google Drive. All right.
Up.
What?
Are you able to speed up a little bit?
Speed it up?
Yeah. Because I think it's just them talking.
Putting it up, just bumped it up to 1.25 speed.
Okay.
So they've got multiple TikTok accounts. It's hard to keep up. Okay, it's like he makes new TikTok accounts. He gets I think he got banned from his big one.
Are you sharing it?
What? His TikTok?
No, the video.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, sorry.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether you were still doing it or what.
Oh my God, sorry about that.
Okay.
All right. There we are. So this is wife number 5. Her name is Candace. Hi, Candy. We're dandy today.
Number 5.
I heard that you're a litigious sort. Let me save you the trouble, dear. I'm in Canada where our laws are quite different. We don't really entertain such nonsensical suits. That's number 1. Number 2, I have been threatened with legal action by bigger and better than you, including a federal political operative way back in a previous life when I did political commentary. Okay? Okay, and things still came out in my favor back then. Okay, so you're no match for me. Thank you. You're no match for me. So try your worst all you want. I don't scare easy. I can tell you I don't scare easy.
That's very, very true.
I don't. There we go. All right, let's go. Oh, hang on.
And this is in discussion of online accusations,
Are
bullying.
you able to
and
full
what
screen
happens
it?
when you accuse people without
There you
actual
go.
factual evidence?
That's
in
as good
cancel
as it
culture.
gets.
So in 2020, I had a large mental health channel on TikTok. It was called Eric B. Zinc. And I shared about
That channel was struck, I believe, because of the incident with the minors and all that. Oh, yes, and he also had an OnlyFans to attract vulnerable women doing sexy videos. And he thought that would help with mental health. What?
Is the volume at full?
Yeah, it is.
From the...
Let me check.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm watching from the Google Drive. Okay, here we go.
mental health and
I'll be right
addiction.
back in a
And
second.
In September of 2020,
We had your driven industries,
Yeah,
your nonprofit.
I had my nonprofit, Driven Industries. I had a large
This was uploaded, I think, yesterday or the day before, for those who are wondering.
Discord community with 40,000 adults in it. I had a teen Discord.
He was banned from Discord. The Discord account in question still existed afterwards, but it was cleaned up by other people. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if Jiffy is still in chat. She can speak more to that than I can, but I do remember hearing that he personally was banned from. He was banned from Discord.
With about 20,000 teens in it. I was getting
Employees that work for you, Randy's Discord.
employees. I was getting
20,000 teens? Is that what you just said? See, I have a small Discord account right now. It's privated. I'm not taking new members at this time, but I'm not taking new members. Ray Phoenix in chat. She runs the joint. She runs the joint for me basically, and we appreciate her immensely for that. But our server does not take minors. We don't want the headache of that. No, our server does not take minors. That was your first mistake, or was it? Was it? Your mistake, dude, Eric. Let's go.
on my phone number every single day, videos with millions and millions of views, just a ton of text messages and stuff coming in. Just
God, listen to him. It's the ego on him, the massive ego, the millions and millions of texts, the millions and millions of followers, the millions of messages, the millions and millions of. You see where this is going? It's the ego here that's. God, sounds like somebody we know. If Catacorn and Creek and Tank Girl are still here, they can, yeah. All right.
And in September of 2020, I woke up one morning to finding out that I was being accused of being a pedophile and a groomer. And these are the two words I don't think that you ever accuse anyone, unless you have factual evidence of.
At least the groomer part. The other one, the pedo part, that's up for question. I am of the belief you just haven't been caught. That's my belief. Okay.
Of being.
No, and how easy it is for them to just throw out that word and people be like, oh. No.
Yeah, just using the just using.
What schoolyard did you drag this chick out of, dude? This looks like she's having a brain fart. Okay, Blondie, try not to have an aneurysm. Okay.
The term pedophile and groomer, you think that no one would ever say these words about somebody unless it was proven.
So it must be true.
So it has to be true. Unfortunately, it doesn't have to be true, and people can say whatever they want. So I went through a massive cancel culture with a couple different creators getting on board, doing videos on me using pretty much the same content. And it broke me. It mentally destroyed me. I literally thought I was going insane.
You lost.
I lost everything. I
Let's all have a moment to feel sorry for him. Okay, moment's over.
literally, I literally lost it all.
Well, and your employees that worked for you, that's then.
What have you got in your hand? Looks like a form. Are you going to be reading from notes, dear?
Took it upon themselves to steal everything.
One of my employees who worked for me, who is still a major part of actually, always trying to keep this revived in life. Jennifer Malloy. She lives.
Jesus Christ. Sorry. Oh, God. I'm going to have to edit that out later. I have to edit.
Did I just come back to him doxing Jiffy?
Yeah. Fuck. Fun. I'm going to have to try and edit that out later if I can. I'm sorry, Jiffy.
The United Kingdom.
Oh, God.
She goes by Jiffy on different social medias. She was one of my.
Obsessed with you.
She was one of my 3 admin. The other 2 admin I'm actually good friends with, and they stood beside me through all this. But she took it upon herself.
Who were the other 2 admins that stood by him? As far as I know, the last admin left your sorry ass. Who would have been left?
That's the other thing I don't think people realize. I was like, see, everyone turned on him, but you had more people helping and supporting you than you did that turned on you.
They did, and the worst thing of it all, though, what made me truly just mentally kind of lose it was the fact of being accused of something as horrific as a pedophile and a groomer. And I went to the police September of 2024.
Hence why we played the Dr. Brendan video just before this one. It debunks what he's about to say here.
24th of 2020 at like 9 a.m. And I went and I have a police report actually that was created around this.
I think it's 8:31 a.m.
8:31 a.m. I was there at literally the police station with my laptop, everything I had, because my mentality was, at least this is messed up in the head that this had all made me. I did believe in what's right is right. And so I turned over my laptop and my phone to the police for them to be able to go.
After you sponged it, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Any bets? How much he sponged it? Did he sponge it all out? He did a little cleaning before handing it off. Keep in mind, the cops did not come to him demanding his laptop. They did not go to his house demanding the contents of his phone, his laptop, and whatever other devices he might have. He went on his own, supposedly. So he would have had time to clean out the offending files, if you will. But go on, do tell. Do tell, Eric.
Go through. And I told them exactly, I was being accused of being a pedophile and groomer. Here's everything. And if I've done something wrong,
Well, and then you showed
here I
them the
am.
text messages that you were getting and the videos that people were starting to make.
I was. And so we'll have it shown up here on the screen of what the police report is. There is some stuff that is blocked out because my phone number is there. And one of the things I have done is promise to never show my phone number again online. So it is one of those that I don't show my phone number online and I don't respond to any text messages anymore.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
and people get mad at you if you don't respond.
They do. And so I'm going to have this actually blown up and you can see the clip. But at the very bottom, I think is the key, and it says
none of which to appear to be a form of solicitation of a minor.
Yeah, it says you. It says you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the outcome was. Remember, Dr. Brendan said he and his people took their evidence to the police. I have no idea what the outcome of that was. Okay.
So
I would love to hear the outcome from somebody other than him, than this dude here on the screen.
Yeah.
I have a clean criminal record. If you buy the online services and stuff and you look up Eric B. Zink, my birthday's 8/17/80, you'll see that I have no criminal record. I do, actually. That one does show like 2019. Also, if you look onto Megan's Law, which is for, if you don't understand what Megan's Law is, if you are a registered convicted sex offender, pedophile, any of this that is truly convicted, you are required by law to register on Megan's Law.
Yes,
and
we
you can
know.
search me on Megan's Law.
We know.
I don't appear. I have never been any of what I was accused of. And I addressed this all back in the day and finally mentally got to...
If you were caught inappropriately texting with a minor, you were caught. I don't know what the law is in the state of California when it happened at that time. I don't know what, but I know here.
That minor was also in the UK.
Pardon me?
That minor that he was texting with was in the UK.
Ah. And what is the law in the UK on the books? Do you know?
What is what? Sorry.
About inappropriate such text from an adult to a minor. You know what
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how it lies in that sense, to be honest. But obviously, she's definitely a minor. I know that much.
Right. Yeah, no, we already established he was a minor, yeah.
Emotionally got the help I needed, went through a divorce, moved, put my life back together, literally hit the reset button on my life. I even kept out the Eric B. Zink account for a long time.
Yeah.
It was actually removed in
Yeah,
April.
people think it was removed because of all of this, but it literally was removed because you mentioned OnlyFans once, it got in trouble, and then because you showed a bottle of Adderall.
It was actually removed, so it was permanent.
Okay, so he showed his Adderall on the TikTok. Man, God, what a loser. Yeah, I'm convinced. I'm surprised his YouTube videos haven't been taken down, honestly.
Deleted at 1.9,322,000. I actually had that memory burned in my head. And it was deleted in April of 2022.
Yeah, so not in 2020.
Not in 2020. This account was around still for a very long time. And I was glad actually that it got deleted. It was a restart of my life. I created it was called the official Eric B. Zink. Now it's the Mr. Impulsive, where I still do a lot with mental health. And some of the things that you'll...
Yeah, Mr. Impulsive is his latest TikTok account.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone wants, if anybody was interested, I suppose. But don't go there. No.
Listen, I don't interact with a lot of the comments. I share a lot of the same kind of content, but I'm very from a distance, and it's still a passion of mine to share. This all faded away. I met Candace, had a great job, and this all essentially faded. And do you remember what happened when you went down a little bit of a rabbit hole?
Yeah, so when I first met Eric, I mean, I knew that he had the TikTok, and I kind of looked into it, and obviously I did my research, but I actually did my research because I said, there's no way.
Can you even read, girl? Asking.
Don't believe this. And every time I would watch those videos, I was like, yeah, but this isn't like actual factual information. And he had shown me his stuff, he had shown me police reports, and we had gone through it, and I was just like, yeah, I just, there was no way that, and I had also seen the other side of like the people stealing his businesses and the text messages you receive from them, and like just the
stole his businesses. How on earth would any of us manage to do that?
Mm-hmm.
If he lost his business, that's his own undoing. I'm assuming they're referring to Driven Industries because at the time when he was selling RVs, remember it didn't
Wait,
come.
Jiffy, what?
Jiffy? What's Jiffy saying? I can't see the chat.
Trouble is, she didn't want. I'm assuming, yeah.
Oh no! There was another minor.
I didn't realize there was another one.
Oh no!
Oh, that's awful.
Oh no! I had no idea there was another. I mean, I suspected there was, but everybody keeps insisting there was just the one that we knew about. Oh God! Yes, doesn't she, Rox? Doesn't she? Isn't she the trophy wife?
Yeah.
She is.
She'll find out, bless her.
Bless her heart. Bless her heart. Yeah, the way Amber did. Poor girl. I just Googled it. No matter where in the world, it is considered abuse of a minor under the age of 17. Okay. You see, this is one incident.
Oh, her mother. Wait, what? The mother of the one that killed herself got in touch with you?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's awful.
Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. Let's go. Continue plugging through. Thank you for the information, Jiffy. And here was this. He was trying to steal MFW title. I look crazy typing by myself. No, you're just fine, Creek Native girl. Depending if the minor's parent pressure charges changes. In my state, you can be charged with, yeah. I think that's pretty much everywhere. But thanks for letting us know. Juvenile records are sealed 10 times. How about those records? Got any of them? Or he can block his number out, but Jiffy's personal business doesn't deserve that. Excellent point, hey, Creek Native? Excellent point. Gosh, I'm sorry, Jiffy. All right. Let's go.
cattiness of it all, and I was like, this is bullshit. So I knew pretty quickly. I mean, even the stuff that I saw on the internet, you could tell so many of the text messages and one major video that was out there that was like pieced together. Like the conversation doesn't even make sense, which I was like, how are people this dumb? But I think what people didn't like, I tried to look at it with like open-mindedness. And I was like, and Eric and I weren't dating. I was like, oh, I'm so in love with him. Eric and I were literally just friends. Yeah. Like we were both still like legally married when we met. So we were just friends.
So here, what?
It's just the same pattern. This is literally his fifth wife, and it's exactly the same pattern. They were both still married when they got together, apparently.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what affair too.
Yeah, the mother of the one. Oh God, I'm so sorry to hear about that, Jippy. I hope it would. Oh God, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Yeah, yeah. So this is what they were both married to other people. He was still married to Amber at the time, and she was married to somebody else. Oh God, extramarital activities. God damn it. Oh damn, Jippy didn't know I didn't know about that part. It makes it yes, it does. It makes it way more egregious, doesn't it, Tank Girl? Yeah.
This is his pattern though. He's a serial cheat.
He is.
This
And
is literally his fifth wife, and he's like 42, and this is his fifth marriage. If that doesn't tell you something, then I don't know what does.
Exactly. And trust me. Oh, Candy, he will cheat on you. This I will guarantee. He will do inappropriate things. He will likely humiliate you too if he doesn't stay canceled, that is, like he should. Okay, trust me, Candy. Remember that old adage. If they can do it with you, they can do it to you.
Yeah.
I'll repeat that. If they can do it with you, they can do it to you.
Oh, he's already cheated on her, Jiffy.
Huh?
Oh, she's looking right. Okay, then.
Okay. What is? Oh, damn.
Jiffy said he's already cheated on her, and she took it back.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck with that, Candy.
Oh, good luck, Candy. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it, dear Candy.
And so I wasn't in a position that I was like, oh, I'm gonna be heartbroken if I lose this person. I don't think people realize that either. It wasn't
No, you
like
could have walked away.
Yeah, I literally just met you.
We were both going through divorces. You
I
could have
literally
like,
just met you. It wasn't like I was like, I need you.
No.
Yeah. And so I really did my research and I looked at it, and you can really tell it's in the conversations. But it was that so many people jump on this bandwagon. They're like, oh, yep, this is what he is. This is what he is. And if you watch these videos, it's like the same clip over and over again.
And it's cut clips with no context.
And there's even a couple of the clips that don't even have your name on them and isn't him. And people were just so obsessed with just like jumping on this bandwagon. And I was just like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And then I started watching some of like the people like,
no, but you'll still jump on his bandwagon, right?
Jiffy Malloy,
Yeah,
or
Jennifer.
Jennifer Malloy.
People in my life because I wanted them to know the truth, and I had the police reports.
And people don't even realize what you've been through in your life, that this is a major red flag because of what
I've been through a sexual assault. I was sexually assaulted by my 3-year-old, slept in the room next to me. My attacker is serving 30 years in prison. I have done nothing but try to protect my children from any.
Yeah, well, you're going to need to protect your kiddos from him. And remember, he said he didn't like kiddos too much, unless they could serve a purpose. You better protect your kiddos from him, Candy. This is scary. She's got kids.
Yeah, this is quite scary. She
trusts him. Oh, God.
I don't think Amber had kids, so at least there was that.
Yeah. No,
you're a fool. You're a fucking fool. That's all I can say.
Oh my God, she's got kiddos. Like Amber didn't have kids, right? He never had kids, so at least you know. But damn, girl, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
And I would never ever put my children in a position of somebody.
Hope to God, or
you are.
You already are, dear. You already are. Hope to God the father of these kids has full custody. I really hope.
That was even remotely inappropriate or any sort of way. Especially in the beginning. I mean, my kids weren't even around you for a long time. You didn't even meet my son for almost
a year because we were just
friends. I was like, there's no reason to like be putting my you know what I mean, until we just started to actually like, hey, like kind of started turning things into a different situation, like dating and stuff is when it, but this was after a very long time. Or a very long time, but it was like 9 months, 10 months. Like it was 10 months when we met my kids. Yeah. So
it was a process, and this was something that I went through, and it all faded away because just
and
like
it
with
wasn't even like
incorrect
really.
information.
I never had a single person reach out to me. I think I bickered back at a couple of your comments.
Why would they reach out to you, Candy?
Oh no. No, he doesn't have full custody. And apparently she has a 14-year-old daughter living with them.
Oh no. This is kind of, oh God. She's not much younger than the 16-year-old. Oh God. Ugh, what are you thinking, girl? Airhead. What are you thinking? You're not, that's not putting your kids above. No.
That's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter whether he's innocent or not. If I had children and I knew that this guy had any kind of accusations that made, I would stay the fuck away. Whether it is true or not, that is not my business to try and prove. That is not my business to believe him or not. I stay the fuck away, and you stay the fuck away from me and my kids.
Well, this is why I used to, as you know, I used to be a secretary under supporting a team of frontline social workers. And this is why things like that, like PDF and all that stuff, this is why it's always guilty until proven innocent. Yeah. Because we got to protect children. You know, it's kind of like shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah.
That is that is how the modus operandi, if you will, from where I used to work and probably CPS in the United States and all that as well. Mm-hmm. And it has to be that way for the protection of the child or protection of a vulnerable person. It has to be that way. Yeah, it's a bitch for those if they're innocent. Yeah, it's a bitch. But what chances are you going to take? You know? And in this case, yeah, he may not have been convicted. It looks like we got the answers as to why this girl in question never pressed charges. Thank you, Jiffy, for shedding light on that. We know why she didn't, but we know that it's out there. We know that it happened. You know that it happened, whether you know, and there's, even if you don't want to believe it yourself, there's got to be a bloody inkling in your head. Maybe I should keep the kiddos away. I don't care if you let your son meet him a year later. I don't care. It would be not at all. Not at all. Because this is how groomers operate, like him. And he's a groomer. And he's a professional. This is how he operates. What's the first thing a groomer does? They try to get trust. Mm-hmm. They try to establish trust.
Yeah. They establish trust and they start to establish, well, I'm safe,
Exactly.
You have to develop that kind of trust with the parent. She's literally just laying out the carpet for him.
Exactly. So it's like, for me, if I was a parent or I was a guardian of children, younger children, minor children, absolutely, that's a no for me. No.
You'd be like, oh, girl, you don't have. And I would be like, I'd get heated. Eric would be like, don't get heated. Don't argue with crazy. Like, yes, it's not.
Don't argue with it, because it just faded away. Because the thing that nobody took into account and realized, whether you agree with what you see on like CNN or any of the news stations out there or any of the publications, like,
She's giving you vibes of Mrs. ATX. I don't know.
A little bit.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, it's not me. It's not just me. Okay, good.
The New York Times or any of that. If you ever looked at these magazines or these newspapers, or you looked at these news stations, if there's a big TikTok creator, they do actually report news on TikTok creators because it is a large social media platform.
Uh-huh.
At 1.9 million followers, if there was truly something there, these news stations would have found a story in it.
No.
This is the dumbest shit.
No, what? No. What are you talking about? Your ego is, this shows how your ego is fucking massive.
Oh. People trying to even contact news stations, and they're like, no. Well, no, when there was like police report, exactly. Like, no, there is nothing here. And then the original creator that made the video.
So the original creator, so this all essentially dies down and goes away, and
because there's nothing else to share. Yeah, like that they just had that one video, and then it was like,
and it died, and it went away.
You've been writing spaces people's brains for
very scary. I hope that they get the help that they need for a very long time. But
both of you are beyond help.
When it came down to it all, we moved on and our life went on, and we have a beautiful house, and it got to the point that we ended up getting into the swinger lifestyle together. You created an app, and she's the
founder. We moved on with our life. It wasn't affecting our lives. Everybody in our lives that mattered, not trolls on the internet, but everybody in our life, our families, our jobs, they know the truth and have seen the truth in our life. And I feel bad for Eric. I mean, there's a lot of people he had behind him. We have a very large team of people behind us.
But wasn't there somebody in your business or questioning your business that shot up a red flag or saw a red flag and brought it to your attention? Isn't that why you're doing this video now? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it wasn't even really, we're like, this is stupid. I mean, maybe it was always in the back of our mind that it could resurface.
But I never really thought it would resurface at this point because I thought people were intelligent enough. And I'm not putting anyone down, but just...
Can you imagine... Anybody in his swingers, he's already proven that he's capable of doxing, right? So Can you imagine with swingers, anybody who side eyes him or this Miss Candy over here? Anybody side so much as look at side eyes them? Can you imagine all the blackmail they could potentially do?
Mm-hmm.
There are people who do join this kind of lifestyle, but the spouse does not know. The family does not know. Their work does not know. And they want to keep it that way. Can you imagine what he would do if anyone dared to look at him side-eyed? Particularly those who it's quite apparent that they require absolute discretion and anonymity. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Even how I am. I thought they were intelligent enough to go, okay, he's showing at different areas his police report. But like, if this guy really was this, there's going to be a criminal record behind him.
No one even did any research.
And no one did any research.
police number was-
Here's the thing. We already covered why there were no charges played. We already know you did it. The screenshots. You put your own screenshots up, for God's sake. You even put the screenshots up yourself. You proved your own guilt.
Yeah. The police report numbers were out there.
Yeah, like it's public information.
It's all
You can
public
call
information,
and
so everyone
get an email
just
to you. So, you know, even the large creator, she goes by Creepshow Art Shannon. She's still Campbell. She's still, her TikTok is actually still out there. I just look.
Creepshow Art is gone because she had her
You're
own.
about to get a shout out in a minute.
Aw, how sweet. How sweet. Aw.
Searched it recently.
She posted?
Oh no, she hasn't posted since 6/21 of like 21 or something like that. She was
Because Creepshow Art is canceled.
her YouTube channel was huge. It was like 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. And if you know anything about YouTube, that's a large creator. It's actually removed. It's gone. It's vanished. It's been deleted.
Because she was proven to be a liar.
A liar,
multiple.
transphobe, rape.
That doesn't matter. And you're a transphobe too. I've got receipts proving as much, but I'm not going to show them here because that's not the purpose of this video. That's neither here nor there for me or for the purposes of this discussion. Okay. But yeah, you can't. My point being here is pot calling kettle black a little bit here, calling someone a transphobe. Yeah. Now the other thing is, yes, Creepshow Art had her own issues that got her canceled, but I'm gonna guess that they're not nearly as bad as what you did. I didn't really follow too much of the Creepshow Art stuff, but Eric, I don't know. I think what you did is worse. And she did show her receipts back then. Doesn't mean she was wrong. Back then when she covered you, doesn't mean she was wrong. Did you stay, Steph? You there, Steph?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. What do you? I was about to say. What say you? What do you think?
I think the same. I mean, trying to discredit that they're trying to discredit the people who've spoken out about him by saying this, that, and the other, but it's completely irrelevant right now. That for whatever reason she's a transphobe or not, I don't know much about her, but I can say that that's completely irrelevant to this discussion.
Yeah, it's not. But I just wanted to point out he's a hypocrite. That's all. Yeah. And I have the receipts to prove it.
Yeah, it was bad, and a lot of people out there knew about this. So that even got removed, and that was the whole video that started everything, and everyone kind of used her video to piggyback because there was no other information.
New videos. All these creators say that they're.
Oh please, there was plenty of other information. I'm not sure if I did my stream before Creepshow Art did hers. Neither here nor there. If you want to quibble about it, but it was out there. That's why Creepshow Art, it got her attention. Exactly. She was a bigger channel because she covered bigger people. She covered like bigger people with as many or more subscribers than she had. It got her attention. Your antics, your disgusting acts got her attention.
YouTube creators.
Yeah, and it was literally her video, and it was like repeated the same thing, just different people trying to put in their own input, which that there was nothing new. So
and there's even a doctor that got involved.
Yeah, there's a doctor, bearded, dreaded behemoth, and this shows you the extent of what factual proof does. Is if you look up dreaded behemoth on TikTok, he has about almost 800,000 followers on TikTok. He was served a cease and desist letter, but
wait a minute, is dreaded behemoth the Dr. Brendan that I showed?
Yeah,
that's him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You served him a cease and desist, did you? Okay.
To show you what facts do, his videos, he had 5 of them about me, are all removed.
As of this morning.
As of this morning.
Okay.
So all this moved on. I mean, we went on with our life. You created.
Yeah, so you served him a cease and desist. You got his videos removed. Congratulations. Doesn't prove nothing, though. Doesn't prove your innocence. But it shows you had something to hide.
Good unicorn landing. We moved on with our life, and
We travel around, we do events,
Yeah.
we meet people, you have a good a good life. It's never even been, and we have shared it with a few friends. Like we're like, oh my god, you know Eric Winter.
Oh, yeah.
We're like,
And I'm-
we know the
so I'm
truth.
open- I'm
It's not
actually
like we're trying to
open
hide
about
it.
it.
I mean, you can ask people that know us directly that we've like hung out with and met in person. We've shared this, and we're like,
Yep.
oh my god, you know what Eric went through? It's like we're trying to sneak around and hide any of this. Like
No.
we're just like, this was so fucked up, and it was proven like all this. And people are like, oh my god, that's awful. Yeah, we don't hide it.
No,
from
because
people.
intelligent.
My friends, like people all know.
Oh yeah, because individuals, when you actually sit down with them and share, it doesn't spark that initial thing where you go, "Did you know so and so's a groomer or a pedophile?"
They're not like, ugh.
It is a individual that you sit and you have a factual conversation about.
And we show facts. And I have so many friends. I've been like, oh, here, and I'll show them the police report, and they'll be like,
God, she's really not bright, is she?
No.
Really not very bright. You can tell.
Candace, you have to show me that. Like people, like we know, and I'm like, I know. It just makes me like, I think I get all paranoid and like think I have, you know, and I'm like, oh, that word does get thrown around.
It's
It's
unfortunate
scary.
to be told you're guilty and you have to prove your innocence, which is.
I already covered why. I'm not going to repeat it right now for those watching in replay, except to say where I used to work, the logic is apparent as to why it must be innocence, guilty until proven innocent with this particular branch of crimes.
The opposite of our court system. So all this aside, we move ahead to why we're actually doing this video now together. Why now? And we have just posted a big series of TikToks, and I actually want to thank the 2 individuals because they have actually really remotivated me on how to help others with online bullying and false accusations and all that.
Oh no. No. You are the last person to talk about online bullying. Like the way you did with Leafy Greens, you bastard.
Yeah.
No.
That good stuff. But let's fast forward to pretty much about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
About 3 weeks ago, we got an email from some friends that they had received, some friends in a lifestyle, that they had received some information about Eric and a YouTube video.
It is there's somebody who is side-eyeing them and their business because of Eric's questionable past.
And that this was who he was, and that they should be doing business with us, and that these individuals were contacting our business associates, people we work with, hotels, a big.
Why not? Somebody needs to warn them about him. He needs to come with a freaking warning label around his neck. Damn.
Lifestyle magazine, an award show that we're attending, the hotel that the award show is attending.
An award show? They give awards for this shit?
I don't know.
Good God.
And it even got to the point where at the negative side of this, we had literally clubs and stuff saying, hey, we don't want to do business with you because of these online accusations. We had a hotel that did not.
Yeah,
would not
this
permit
hotel
us.
basically said it wasn't the hotel. We should be very safe to say it was
Yeah.
not the hotel. It was one individual that worked there.
Yes.
Said I've heard these accusations. These people aren't welcome.
And so we were curious about something like what's going on, what accusations, and as soon as I heard
Yeah,
this
we did.
from
We looked at each
individuals,
other and we were like,
I was like, I know what this is.
oh, shut the.
And so we did a little bit of research and we found out there was a little Reddit thread out there. Not a whole lot of
Well,
comments.
no, I
and
first
stuff
called.
on it.
Then I called.
Oh, that's
I
right.
called the magazine,
That's
the
true,
owner,
yeah.
which I'm not going to really name names of people. I mean, well,
No.
Michael with ASN Award. I
Yeah.
did call him because I said, hey, because he hit the one, and he immediately.
Yeah, but you have no problem doxing your former mod, do you? Giving out her information. Yeah.
Was like, Candace, he did his research and he's like, I know this is bullshit. We're gonna get on this. Like, this is fucked up. And so we were just kind of thrown through a loophole. Like what, like just this, it was like a hit. It was like a smack in the face. Like we've been hit with a bus, and it was all of a sudden just like, and then
And then it compounded.
and then the hotel, and so I'm a wreck. I'm like, feel like I'm all of a sudden having to like prove this innocence. We're pulling police reports. We're sending them.
But not just that, it's you start to read this stuff, and so she gets into Reddit, and there's this little Reddit thread, Swinger TMZ, and we're like, God, who is Swinger TMZ? I literally thought it was the mental health community for whatever reason, but
Yeah, we
I
just
was
figured it was
really
all
kind of
crazy mental health
shocked
followers.
because there's, again, this.
Why are you so shocked, dude? Why?
Because he was hoping that it was all behind him and that he would be able to just get away with it.
Yeah, exactly. And now he's trying to go back and says, "Oh, I thought they were from the mental health community." Oh my god. Oh my god.
The incorrect information, and their facts.
To hear Eric talk, you'd think he invented mental health, for God's sake.
That they were using are 3 YouTube videos that are still out there. One is by Lola Behema, which is a YouTube trailer essentially of a video she was going to do on me, which was never done.
She never did it because
Lola Bohemia, I do remember that trailer. She never did the video, true. But I do remember that trailer.
she received so much hate, and it was proven false.
And the video is about 3 years old.
But the trailer is on using someone else's
clips. There's one with Papa Gut, who is the only YouTube creator out there, I think, that still is remotely larger, who went through a cancel culture and so forth. But he did a video on it, which was using Shannon Creepshow Art's video to do his own commentary, and then Straight Talk Fedora. So they literally used aspects.
Oh, there I was. I'm so flattered that you mentioned. Oh God, gross. What am I thinking? Not. But I'll live. I'll live. But I'm glad I have some impact. My teeny tiny little channel, and even this video. That's cute. Oh God. I'm glad I have some impact. I'm glad.
These 3
I'm still side-eyeing you, dude. Still side-eyeing you.
YouTube videos, and if you know anything about the internet, what you see on the internet is not necessarily true, because printed publications such as the New York Times, the Washington Post, or CNN, anything of that sort is governed by laws, where the internet still, and everybody knows this.
There's no fucking laws on
It's loosey-goosey on the internet. But there are some laws, and we'll go into this, that you can break where you're not protected per se by the freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is amazing, but freedom of speech also doesn't protect you from going into, say, a hospital and screaming fire. That is not freedom of speech.
There's a limit.
So there's a limit.
What are you getting at? We know you can't shout fire in a crowded theater. We go. What?
Your freedom of speech.
Yeah. And there's a difference between, I mean, we're considered public figures, so there is a difference between.
Oh, here we go. Public figures. Oh my God.
Yeah, the ego.
Oh my God. I think her ego is just bigger than his is, if that's even possible. Clonka, you got competition, dear.
Personal opinion about a public figure and stating false information about a public figure.
So we find the Swinger TMZ.
We find the Swinger TMZ account, and then we find the Swinger TMZ TikTok.
And there was also another creator, and so we'll start even just kind of going through this. Front Porch Swingers is Brian and Brenna. They have a podcast out there, so they're in direct competition. They're in direct competition with us, and that is key to state that they benefit from slander to us or us.
Okay, so this couple, this Brian and Brenna, it's their fault. If your business goes down, it's their fault. Your competition. I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. I have no idea who Brian and Brenna are, but I can't make this shit up if I tried.
Collapsing. There is the potential for a financial gain to them because it's a podcast. We also have a podcast. That is key. It'll all play in. Eventually, everyone will see why.
Yeah, but even when I first started lawyers, they're like, "Is this a moral crusader?" I'm like,
"No, not a moral crusader," and that changes everything.
Yeah. So when you're a direct competitor, it is.
Okay, so are you suggesting this Brian and Brenna, this couple, that they're amoral because they run this type of business? Wouldn't that make you and your type of business as amoral as your competitors? So are you actually admitting that you might have questionable morals? Is this where we're going here? Inquiring minds want to know.
That does add a lot more. So we got, so I contacted obviously the clubs and people that I had heard been contacted. I had heard that Front Porch Swingers had contacted some of our friends. They had contacted some clubs. They had contacted
and threatened our friends actually. With using factual information. It's funny because there's text messages and conversations and stuff,
which we've seen,
which is amazing because it's Brenna literally states to one of our friends, "Have you seen those YouTube videos?" And our friend responds back, "Well, YouTube isn't facts," and she goes, "Well, they are facts, and I believe in factual information."
I believe in facts. Those are the facts.
And I want to just state one more time for this:
oh my God,
a police report cannot be doctored or altered in any way, shape.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude! Get with the 21st century. Why didn't you scan it and then do a share screen?
Oh, he did. He did at the end, I think.
Oh my God!
I think that Trump's
Like I can't read that. Can you? And I'm wearing my glasses.
I think he at the end he has scanned it at the end and he shows it zoomed in and stuff.
Oh my god! And I'm wearing my glasses.
We would be going to. I would be going to jail if I edited this and falsified it by any way, shape.
You can go look it up yourself.
You can look it up yourself.
You can get a copy of this.
If you call the La Palma Police Department, it is report L20.
Here we go. It's just a file number.
Yep.
So it's
14836, and again, it's blown up.
Penalty. Okay. Why was 911 called? Dispatcher. I see dispatcher. That usually implies 911 called. Why?
I don't think they. I don't know. Is Jiffy still here?
Who?
Jiffy.
I don't know.
I don't see her in
I
the
can't see
chat.
the chat. I can't see the chat. That's why.
She hasn't commented in a while.
All right.
Up here for anybody who wants to know. So we have this. So she had contacted her friends, and
Yeah, so we started contacting,
This started
kind of
moving the
clearing
ball
our
rolling.
name, and it was making me feel a little better because they're like, we know this is bullshit. Let's see what we can do. We need to take legal action.
That told us nothing.
There she is.
What?
There she is.
Ah, okay. No, I think that paper told us nothing.
Can you tap it back a little bit? Because Jiffy's there now. I was going to ask if she could decipher
hang
it
on.
anyway.
Yeah, here we go. I'll bring it back up. All right, let's go.
a police report cannot be doctored or altered at any.
And so we were like, we have to take legal action. So the first thing we did was we went and took legal action, and we were going to file a cease and desist.
Oh, you love your cease and desist, don't you, girl? Okay.
It's okay. You don't have to go that far. I just meant up until the point where it zoomed in.
So she had contacted her friends, and
Yeah, so we started contacting,
This started
kind of
moving the
clearing
ball
our
rolling.
name, and it was making me feel a little better because they're like, we know this is bullshit. Let's see what we can do. We need to take legal action. And so we're like, we have to take legal action. So the first thing we did was we went and took legal action, and we were going to file a cease and desist letter against Front Porch Swingers for interfering with business. Now, I also don't think that people realize. So now, not only are they defaming Eric, and that is defamation, accusing somebody of these accusations that are false, they're also now making accusations against Unicorn Landing.
because they're using the terms, and again, it's all about how you state things. The founder of Unicorn Landing is a
The owner.
pedophile and groomer. She is the only founder and owner. One, all
That's
accusations
it.
are false, but also now you're falsifying.
God, I love it. I love it when they expose themselves. Exposing Swing Talk creator and Unicorn Landing owner about being groomer. Eric B. Zink is a TikTok predator and groomer. He now goes by Professor Pineapple. Okay, that's another alias, Professor Pineapple, and the impulsive duo on Swing Talk. Okay. And this is Eric B. Zink. He has admitted to being a PDF and a groomer. He now goes by Mr. Impulsive and Professor Pineapple and has infiltrated the lifestyle community and swing talk. I guess there is a community of swingers on TikTok, I suppose. I
I mean, it's everything on TikTok.
Jesus, so I see. Okay. So I see. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to find that paper on the screen. Jesus Christ. Hang on.
There it is. There it is. Leave it there.
Yeah?
Play it from there.
This and falsified it by any way, shape,
You can go look it up yourself.
you can look it up yourself.
You
It
can
is-
get a copy of
If
this.
you call the La Palma Police Department, it is report
There we go.
L20.
Jippy, do you know anything about this one? Okay.
It says dispatcher. It says dispatcher. Does that mean that 911 were called, or is dispatcher just like what they're calling whatever officer or whatever? Because I know he went to the police station. So does dispatcher mean like whatever officer took the report?
I don't know.
Because I don't think there was 911 calls made.
Okay, because here the dispatcher in this context, here where I live, the dispatcher in this context is a 911 operator.
Yeah, it is here too. But I just wondered if it also would cover just like an officer. A dispatcher means the person who dealt with it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just the officer or whatever that talked to Eric when he went into the police station, I guess, would be the dispatcher.
This is interesting. It says the complainant is Eric. Eric is the complainant. Interesting. He's the complainant. So who's he complaining about is my question.
I see. I would assume that just means that he's the one that went in to self-report. maybe.
God, that's weird. This is weird. Okay, so
4836. And again,
en route to a call, unit location, lobby call, completed call, call type 1 reopened, and 1 assigned call, number 15, arrived on scene, completed call. I wonder, what's the date on this? When was he supposedly spotted?
24th of September. Oh no, that was he was spotted back in like 2018, 2019. This was after the swatting.
This is the description. It just basically says calls. Calls. Yeah. All right.
But if you look at the timestamps,
yeah.
The first time it's 24th of September at 8:32, and then it goes through to 9:45.
Okay.
Creek native girl said dispatcher can be the 911 operator, or there are dispatchers for each police department. They send cops when they need to go, as well as fire and EMT.
All right. Okay, comments under here. It says RP rec. Okay, it's a lot of shorthand that I don't understand. This ref pause, inappropriate text messages, the time, the date, cannot see the name of the dispatcher here. RP counseled and provided with an MR number, doesn't give a number.
Blown up here for anybody.
Call type 1 reopened by Kanati C at 9:34. The time RP came into LPPD lobby so I guess that means La Palma Police Department lobby to advise he had been receiving messages on his social media platforms accusing him of being RP runs social media platforms that highlight mental health awareness. RP wanted to speak with an officer to state he was not having inappropriate relations with anyone underage. RP showed a thread of text messages on his cell phone, none of which appear to be a form of solicitation of a minor. Oh no? Really? I would love to see another police officer in another jurisdiction answer that one.
Oh, okay. Astro says RP means reporting party.
Okay. Thank you.
So Eric would be the reporting party in this situation.
Okay.
So we have this. So she had contacted her friends, and
so we start contacting and kind of clearing it our name, and it was making me feel a little better because they're like, we know this is bullshit. Let's see what we can do. We need talk. Which, come on.
And you have to go after Reddit, which is a little bit easier to like subpoena to try and find out who somebody is. But
you can't.
Thankfully,
somebody. Literally, it changed our life. It was last Thursday evening, and I got a text message from a friend that said, holy fucking shit. Guess who started the Swinger TMZ account and openly admitted it on Reddit? Her name is Kylie Ann. She goes by Sexy Swinger Chick on TikTok and
a lot of social media platforms. And
then she has a podcast, the Pineapple Express podcast.
And I hope that her husband, Mr. Markley or whatever it is, has a really good job because I'm hoping that they're legally married. We're still going down those paths.
We know. I don't know. It's not really out there. She didn't change her last name.
But she ended up admitting from her personal Reddit that this is her, which is great information when you're going through the.
So basically, you're going after people who are doing their research into you or your business. Is that basically what's happening? You're going through Reddit for openers. Is this what I'm understanding?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Let me go back a bit. I think I jumped too far ahead. Hang on. I jumped too far ahead.
Just play it.
Yeah, hang on. Oh no, come on. Computer, don't do this to me now. Don't fail me now. Damn it. Hang on. I'll have to refresh the screen. Okay. Hang on. Computer, you're failing me. All right. Hang on, we gotta jump ahead.
You go a bit further. It was about halfway through.
A groomer or a pedophile.
They're not like.
It is a individual that you.
After from sucking on that bottle.
People that work there.
Yes.
Said like.
Hold on.
Keep going. It was
ahead or back or ahead?
Ahead. It was about halfway through. So if you go to about halfway across the bar.
Hang on. Around here. All right, let's go.
And There are facts that they
This is
released
here.
are 3 YouTube videos that are still out there. One is by Lola Behema, which is a
Oh, you can go
YouTube
back down.
trailer associated video she was going to do on.
ahead. Yeah.
Have you seen those YouTube videos? And our friend responds back, well, YouTube isn't facts. And she goes, well, they are facts. And I
would
believe
just
in
play it from
factual
him.
information.
Because I believe in facts. Those are the facts.
And I want to just
Oh,
state
wow,
one
we're-
more time for this.
We're ahead.
So now you're falsifying.
That's where we left off. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that.
Is single-handedly, they're calling her a pedophile and groomer. Not just even me, who's been falsely accused. They're falsely accusing her.
Yeah.
Well, ever hear of guilt by association?
Mm-hmm.
And with this type of act, heinous acts or crimes, yeah, you would be considered an accomplice, even if you weren't, even if you didn't know. And now that you're openly admitting you're on this video with him, showing police reports where there have been screenshots and receipts have been produced and this, that, and the other thing, yeah, one can think of you as an accomplice. Congratulations, Candy. You earned it. You earned it.
I mean, this isn't good. This is like when she realizes that all of this is true, and that she's essentially sitting here with her whole face, as Belinda says, defending a groomer.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Alrighty, let's go.
Can you do full screen?
What? Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. Sorry.
Okay.
On saying that.
And so we went and met with lawyers, and we
Mhm.
decided that we were going to go ahead and file a cease and desist against a specific hotel and against these people for
when in
for false
doubt,
accusations and interfering with
desist.
Oh my god. Oh my god. A cease and desist to a hotel.
Yep.
Oh, Aaron, we're a litigious little bugger, aren't we, dear? Litigious little bugger, ain't we, dear? Oh God.
Oh, honey, you'll fuck around and find out.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same sentiment there. Fuck around and find out, dear. I'm sure it'll happen sooner rather than later.
with business.
And then possibly going even further.
Yeah. Oh, and then possibly going even further. Well,
through all
of this, some other people also filed a cease and desist against them and met with the hotel. The hotel got all the factual information, and the general manager and the CEO of this hotel have seen the facts, apologized, and welcomed us with open arms. And we absolutely, so we weren't even going to go. I was like, I'm not going to Vegas. I'm not dealing with this bullshit.
My question is, if this hotel didn't want your business, there are plenty of other hotels you could have used. No, you sent a cease and desist.
And
And they were like,
how
no,
many
you
other
have to
hotels
here,
don't want
please.
to do business
Clubs
with
are
them?
having us now be a sponsor. They're like, this is such bullshit. We are on your so that was making me feel so much better. I was
So
like,
much
okay.
better.
People know I'm not crazy. Thank goodness. But this information is still out there. That's beside the point.
And
So then then we showed the lawyer all the swinger TMZ stuff, and he's like, that fucking sucks. Like we would literally have to go after TikTok, which come on.
And you have to go after Reddit, which is a little bit easier to like subpoena to try and find out who somebody is. But
you can't.
Thankfully,
somebody literally it changed our life. It was last Thursday evening, and I got a text message from a friend that said, "Holy fucking shit! Guess who started the Swinger TMZ account and openly admitted it on Reddit? Her name is Kylie Ann. She goes by Sexy Swinger Chick on TikTok and a lot of
social media platforms.
And then she has a podcast, the Pineapple Express podcast.
And I hope that her husband, Mr. Markley or whatever it is, has a really good job because I'm hoping that they're legally married. We're still going down those paths.
We don't. I don't know. It's not really out there.
This
She
will be
didn't change
fun.
her last name.
But she ended up admitting from her personal Reddit that this was her, which is great information when you're going through.
Good God. See, Eric doesn't correct his behavior. He gives false apologies. He doubles down, and he sees competition. who is side-eyeing him because of his past, his questionable past. Questionable, to be polite. Okay, and now he's, oh God, I can't with these people. God. It sounds like an awful lot of time and energy is going.
This and blamed it on her alcohol and so forth.
Yeah, but let's
addiction
just, backtrack a tad with some of the swinger TMZ and what's on there.
Now again,
Honestly, I'm learning more about the swinger lifestyle than I ever cared to, but okay. Hey, I'm an ace, remember that.
I'm going to show you this. Oh, go ahead.
Again, you want to remember, as of today, any of the information that was ever shared out there against Eric B. Zink or even with Unicorn Landing, stuff that was tied to dreaded Behemoth, I want to give him a little bit of credit in the sense that him and his lawyers understood what was potentially going to happen, and all of those videos have been removed off of his page.
Yeah.
So that's how serious this is. That
this isn't
people
just like,
are not
oh,
protecting
bullshit.
So why do I think there's a legal dispute between the doctor and them right now? If that doctor's videos are taken down somehow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still believe the doctor 100%.
Oh, definitely.
Actually, it's bullshit.
What?
I said definitely. I'm not sure why he would take them down. I'm not sure, like, why legally he would do that. I would love to know why.
I would too, actually. And we're seeing from her, she's a freaking litigious little thing. He even sends the C&D to a freaking hotel, for God's sake. And I'm sure if she could find a way, she'd probably find the CEO of Reddit and send a C&D to them too. God damn.
No, people are like, oh fuck, okay, I'm not getting involved in this, and they're deleting shit, which is in their best interest.
And is what we asked.
So this is part of Swinger TMZ. This is just a screenshot. We'll show some screenshots here on YouTube, but I printed some for my TikToks I made. But it does say exposing Swing Talk creator and Unicorn Landing owner of being a groomer.
And you're the only owner. You're 100% owner.
Honey, did you know that making false accusations and calling somebody a groomer, did you know that was highly illegal?
That is funny. The business that they have now, unless she already had this business before he and Eric got married, which is possible, I suppose. But it's interesting that it's in her name only and not his. Like his name is
quite the cocky little girl, isn't she?
And she is, yes, indeed. The arrogance is absolutely stunning.
Quite a cocky little girl.
Kind of reminded me of a younger DC media girl.
That is actually, and it's amazing that a woman would call a woman who's been through sexual assault, who really actually, the one thing I have to say through all of this, she still believes in women and empowering women.
I mean, they're
even as women, a few of them out there.
I've dealt with bullying my whole life. Women are nasty, and
this was.
I mean, I've.
The man sitting next to you is nasty.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, sweetheart. Yeah, sweetheart, Candy. Oh, Candy.
And anyways, and then with Eric, Swinger, Kylie also said, I don't think you realize the magnitude of what you've also said is you basically are stating that Eric B. Zink, his full name, is a TikTok predator and groomer, and you gave all of his accounts and all of that, and the impulsive duo you've named us. So did you know that calling somebody these things, that they are a proven those things, is one of the most illegal accusations that you could possibly make?
And also,
I don't know if you were aware.
And one of the screenshots isn't even here. That
no, yeah, I only printed these two.
You printed two, but
we'll show them.
We have all of them, but there's one also that you cannot say is a pedo, because pedo, when you look it up, is a definition term. So you cannot say.
I don't know. It seems to work for Beggs, and because he calls everybody he hates pedos, right? And yeah, it seems to work for him. So nice try, Eric. Nice try.
Eric B. Zink is a pedo, because that implies that Eric B. Zink is a pedophile, and though
I am personally questioning whether or not you are. Do I personally believe that you are? Yes, I do. I do believe that. Groomer, that's already been established through receipts. Yes, you are a groomer. and your own behavior are online already established. You're a groomer. There.
You know what my favorite video that you made, Kylie, is the one where you said that his account said 17 plus instead of 18 plus, and it's not even the same font. It doesn't even line. Like, you literally, that's my favorite video because it's not even the same font as like the TikTok. I wish I had a picture. Well, I'll show that one. That one's fun. It just made me giggle.
Well, it was great because
like, you were just grasping at straws.
And it shows how online bullying works, because if you have credibility, if I was to actually truly come out like I have with the videos on TikTok, I didn't do them from a fake account behind a mask. I did them from my personal Mr. Impulsive account.
Because you're freaking arrogant. You think nothing. You're untouchable. That's why. And God only knows whatever else you're hiding.
Genuinely believe that you were doing the right thing with this swinger teams out, and you were out there being a swinger vigilante and helping people and saving the lives.
Swinger vigilanteism. Oh my God. I don't even want to think what that entails. I'm learning more about this lifestyle than I ever wanted to. Damn it.
And you had any credibility or facts, you would have 100% done this from your own account.
From your own account.
But you didn't. You had a hide behind account, and then
I'm not hiding. I'm in plain. Well, okay, I'm not camming up, but I'm in plain view. I'm doing it from my main channel.
I will openly admit and try and deflect it. And as a recovering cocaine and alcoholic addict, who
a
just
real
celebrated
recovering addict,
my 6 years.
I don't know. Are we?
I will say this: that anyone who is truly in sobriety knows that they cannot blame anything on their addiction, and it is us as human beings and our faults that we have to accept, we have to take ownership for. So when it comes to the day that you decide to get sober, NA and AA are phenomenal resources out there, and get a good sponsor.
Okay, fine.
So she posted all this stuff and went this whole route, and it even went to the point that what was it? swingertmz@gmail.com decided to email
Club
some
Privada.
of Club Privada.
and some other clubs and things.
And some
that we
other
work with,
clubs. And they use their factual information as 3 YouTube videos. And
here's the resources.
And here's the best part I've learned about bullying, or people where they try to say, well, this isn't bullying or any kind of like, we're not trying to defame them, we're just trying to present the facts. No,
facts?
You literally killed that when you're like, we're not trying to. Yes, you are.
You literally, the entire letter was defamation because you're sitting here doing this, and it was all against Unicorn Landing, which is my company.
And it was all false information.
But here's the thing. Eric's face is now front and center of that company, thanks largely to this video. You're trying to promote your company. You're trying to save, sounds to me like you're trying to save the deck chairs on the Titanic here. But having Eric front and center on your video, on this video here, is not helping your cause. I don't know. Just an idea. I don't know much about this lifestyle, but I do understand the basic gist of business. And him on front and center on the screen of your business is bad business. Very, very bad optics. There we go. Yeah. So I don't know. Okay. Even though legally and all that, the name is only under yours, Miss Candy here. He's front and center there. His name is front and center.
Yes, Eric is absolutely involved in Unicorn Landing.
Of course he is.
But Eric also has been proven innocent. So,
well, not really, but okay. Not really. No. Not really. And the other one who unalived herself, unfortunately. How convenient for you, eh, dude?
Yes.
So we finally got that great information. It's been an up and down road.
It's been a roller coaster dealing with lawyers, and so we
finally got lawyers involved.
Yes, we have a lawyer here that's helping us, but he went on. Yeah, it was just kind of a process, and then we have a team in Florida that has been helping us.
This has been now about 2 weeks. Now, one of the things that people don't realize is,
just to keep in mind as a reminder, they are in Idaho, completely across in the northwest. Florida, as we know, is in the southeast.
People were like, well, why aren't you guys saying something right away? You have to remember, I've been through a cancel culture before. I've been through this before, and I had to explain and go through this with Candace, and I would not wish this upon anybody because I watched her go through, to some extent, what I went through. I'm glad that I could be there for her to explain to her.
What was she canceled for? I didn't even know she was on social media.
why she's feeling some of the ways she is. Bullies and false accusations like this depend in.
No. You don't get to talk about bullying. Not after what you've done to Leafy, how you've done Leafy Greens. You don't get to do that, dude. No. You don't. And her throwing her around, I'm going to send a C&D. I'm going to send a C&D. A cease and desist to you. Cease and desist. See, God, I wouldn't be surprised if he sent a cease and desist to the mayor's dog. Yeah.
Rely on reaction abuse. And if you don't know what reaction abuse is trying to get people to emotionally respond. It's that whole term of you're poking the bear to get the bear to act crazy and go, see, we told you how crazy they were. See, if you've been through that before, you understand what I'm talking about. So
Nobody
we did not respond to any of this. In fact, we made.
Sorry?
Nobody did that to him.
No.
Nobody.
I'm trying. Here I am. I'm sitting here bewildered. No one did that to him. I don't get it. It's his own fucking actions. It's laid out to bear. I have a whole fuck ton of receipts. If anybody wants to see them, hit me up. I've got them.
Maintained, and it wasn't very easy, but we maintained our same pattern. We did not change a single thing because that is what the bully and those want you to do, is to actually change up your pattern.
They want you to run and hide so they can be like, see, they are in this.
Exactly, and they want you to emotionally get involved that you say mistakes.
Oh, the manipulation. Have you been talking to Negs by chance? God damn, this is right out of his playbook.
So
The
took us a long process.
Yeah, I know. That's another term I know that's overused, but I can't use it. But what's what we call it?
And we got one lawyer team. We have multiple lawyer teams. So we have a lawyer team here in Boise. We have one in Florida that we're working with.
And in Ohio that specializes in online bullying.
Oh, no. And lawyers in Ohio, too.
Oh.
Where are they getting all this money to hire lawyers across the United States? I guess the swinging business must be pretty lucrative. I remember Eric told me years ago, back before I knew all this shit, when I was doing the video about employment and mental health years ago. And he told me at that time he was making a 6-figure salary selling campers, selling RVs. Campers, recreation vehicles, whatever you want to call them. I don't know what you call them in the UK, but yeah.
Caravans, I think.
Caravan. Okay, caravan. Okay, so that was already lucrative. He told me he made a 6-figure salary doing that. Okay. So, the swinger business must be quite lucrative. They're able to afford all these lawyers across Florida, Ohio, Timbuktu, everywhere. The tundra. Oh, God.
Slander, defamation cases, and business defamation
and it
cases.
really, for anybody who's been through this before and wants to file like defamation online cases, you'll find the reason we have that one in Ohio is if there was an individual that lived in Ohio that you're going to sue for any reasons or have a lawsuit against, it's the best to have that lawyer in that state so that they can represent you in the court and it doesn't go to different courts.
Yeah, it's not going through the federal courts. It's staying in the state, and it's a much quicker process.
So it's so much easier.
We've
been learning a lot as we go, and I'm really looking forward to sharing a lot of this information, helping others
sharing
with
a lot more. This is like just beginning. We just felt like we don't really feel like we owe any of you trolls on the internet anything. But
He's calling us trolls. Aw. So cute.
She's so cute.
Isn't she? And so the height of clever. God damn.
It is fair, also, fair that we clear our name and we, because for the companies we work with, it's.
Here's the thing, girl. You going with him, you probably never would need to clear your name to begin with. Think about that. You wouldn't need to clear your name to begin with. But there you are, and you're putting him front and center. You're talking about your business, and you're putting him front and center, the face on your business.
Fair. And they've all seen the facts, but I think it's so right that we make this like you know.
Oh yeah.
We show our facts.
And so we've been showing a lot of these in probably our TikToks. You see them. These are just some of the cease and desist letters out there. And that is the first step in this process, is the cease and desist.
Yeah. Number one.
And so some of us have doubled up 2 different cease and desists.
Yeah,
on
there's cease
certain
and
ones.
desist.
There's
Hang on. Okay. Nothing is okay.
Front porch swingers, Brenna and Brian from.
Sorry, that's my phone. It barks like that. I don't know how to stop it without answering it. Yes, my phone barks like that. Hey, it comes in
I
handy.
love it when your phone rings in the middle of a stream.
It's uncanny. I get phone calls in the middle of a stream. My phone starts barking. Damn it, my phone starts barking. It looks like a spammy number, though.
Okay.
No, because it might have been my friend, because I'm going on a trip to visit a friend this weekend, so I thought it might have been her. All right.
Both Unicorn Landing and from Eric B. Zink. And then same thing with Kylie, Swinger TMZ. And I'll read a little bit. Our firm has a pleasure of representing Unicorn Landing. I am writing to address a matter of utmost concern that is also spreading malicious and false rumors concerning Unicorn Landing. It has come to our attention that you have made public statements alleging that Mr. Zink is involved in inappropriate and illegal activities, specifically the baseless.
Baseless? The receipts are there. They've been shown. I've got more receipts. But I'd be happy. Hit me up. I'll show them to you. You know? They're anything but oh no.
Accusation.
That's one of the reasons why I waited to this morning to do this stream. Because I was looking for receipts. Because I want to feel like I'm on solid ground. I do. I have the receipts. Hit me up if you want them.
Yeah, Rox. Fedora's ringtone is barking, so it literally barks at her when it rings.
That's right, it does. Who said? Let's go. Rox. My phone barks. My phone barks. I'm gonna come.
He just have a really aggressive, really persistent dog.
Yes, he is. Okay, so hang on. I'm gonna talk to. Hey, Hussy, good to see you. All right, so let me go back a bit. Okay, let me go back a bit. All right. So let me go back. I'm going to address you in the chat. There's only about 10 minutes left of that particular video. No, not even 5 minutes left. But let me address the chat. Let us address the chat here. Okay. Yes. Jeff, thank you for putting the links in. Okay, so let's go over that and the up and down.
While you're doing that, I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. All right. Thank you, Jeff. All right. And these socials for those who want to follow me. Thank you, Jeff, for putting up all the links. Here's my second channel, Fedora's Misadventures. This is my second YouTube channel. It's fun, short content. It's like my Instagram for those who follow me on Instagram. It's walking tours, it's drives with Mr. Me, excursions. It's really super fun content. So check us out over there. And this is my merch. Yes, the Off to the Vomitorium line is going to come out in about 2 weeks. I'm aiming for 2 weeks. Off to the Vomitorium line that many have been requesting. So there's that. And if you choose to take out a membership, a channel membership, become a Mad Hatter, it is $1.99 per month. And this is the link if you cannot find the join button. Also, if you wish to be potentially gifted a membership, just ensure that when you go into the gifting settings that you turn gifting on. Turn gifting on. Yeah. Also, yes, this is if you wish to support the channel but wish to avoid YouTube taking their cut, you can certainly donate to my PayPal, and rest assured, I will keep your information confidential. There we go. Is this just another case of people wanting to rewrite history? They're trying to rewrite history. Actually, more he is trying to rewrite history. She's fallen for his BS. That's the way I look at it. She is wife number 5. Okay. Trophy wife number 5. Yeah. After number 4 was humiliated brutally online. Yeah. Hello, Astro. Good to see you. Yeah. Yes, but with groomer and other things. Exactly. Yeah, I caught some of it on Twitter yesterday, or whoever's on Fedora's covered him. But yes, I have. For those who are interested in my old streams from 3 years ago when this first started, They are still up on my channel. They are not privated. They are still up on my channel. Yeah. I retweeted a great quote the other day that pretty much said accountability often feels like an attack, and it's true. That's why people double down. Very well put, Deb. Very well put. That's why they're telling at the beginning, because I'd never heard of him until Gary somewhat mentioned him the other day. This guy is absolutely, he is Creek native. He is, absolutely. It gives them a way to silence people that bring up his past because he's not the owner. Exactly. Exactly. And here's the thing, the business is exclusively in her name. So I don't know why. So in so doing, in putting Eric's face front and center in this video, like putting his name front and center, she's hurting her case more than anything else. This is why she's not bright. I say she's not bright. She's not helping her case at all by putting him front and center. If she were to come out and do her own video by herself on camera, she might have, okay, Steph, there you go. There you go. So yeah, I was just saying that she might have had a case for herself because the business is exclusively in her name. Unicorn Landing, it's exclusively in her name. She might have had a case if she was sitting alone in front of a camera with no one and kept it, all in her name. But by putting Eric front and center, his face, he's putting his face to her company. She might have just sabotaged her own legal case. Mm-hmm. Very good, dear. Slow clap. Slow clap. I'm impressed. Or impressed. I haven't figured it out yet. This is like when FB threatens to sue everyone, not realizing how many lawyers she's going to need in the U.S. alone. I don't think these two will go. Oh, no, they're not going to. No, Creek Native girl. No, they won't. Because of our Canadian laws, for one, wouldn't allow for it. And two, like I said, I don't scare that easily. Like I said, if I manage to come out on top with a dispute threatened by a former federal political operative, trust me, he's child's play to me. Okay. All right. Creek Native or whoever, it's just a shame that Gary is the one mentioning him as it becomes a back and forth between them. It's problematic also, right to call out, but the wrong person doing it. Yeah, I'll tell you. Is he really though, Death? I'll tell you why. Because before he joined Goro World, okay, and that's a whole other thing that I'm not going to get into today. Before he went into Goro World, he was in our community, in our mental health community.
Yeah.
He was with Eric. He was with Eric when the first happened, the rewired soul and that mess. Gary was with us back then. Way back.
He actually, his videos are actually really good. He made some very they're very concise and they show all the receipts. And
they are.
He is a good speaker. I personally think he is. With that sort of thing, with recorded content, I think he makes good videos, and he did. Unfortunately, they're privated at the moment. I've been trying to get him to unprivate them, but he hasn't replied to my messages. But he did make quite a few videos on Eric that were really, really well done.
That's true. I can attest to that. And here's the other thing. Death, I did react to Gary. The one video that was not privated by Gary, that was the first video I reacted to earlier in the stream. So yeah, so that is it. All those fake recovering addicts. Oh boy. Oh boy. Death, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what situation you're referring to with him. I only started watching him I think we're referring to Gary here, towards the end of last year. So I'm going to take your word on that because you know more. Exactly. Okay, that's fair. Look back at the subway guy, her W. The subway guy. The subway guy. Wait. Oh, Jared. Oh, yeah. Jared. I don't know what you know about that, Steph. I don't know if that was coming from the UK. There was this guy, Jared. He did a commercial for Subway. You know Subway, the restaurant?
Yeah.
Fast food. Okay. They have that in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he did commercials many, many, many eons ago. He was doing commercials proving that you could lose weight just eating nothing but Subway. And that was the whole advertising campaign. It turned out... Huh?
I said, okay.
Yeah, it's a weird concept, but somehow worked for a while. until it didn't. But that was a whole other mess because it was found, not only did Jared end up gaining the weight again, but worse than that, it turned out Jared was a sex offender. I can't remember if he was with children or adults or both. But it was extraordinarily problematic in some way. You can just imagine how they had to scramble a company like that. Exactly. I'm going to think they're long lost twins. Oh God. I want to clear something Eric said here. Okay, rocks. He said being a drug addict meant that you were not responsible for your actions. That is completely incorrect.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
I'm going to agree with that too. And more to the point, the legal system, the penal system, at least here in Canada, it's not a legal defense.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's not a legal defense. If not, every drunk driver would be released and have no criminal records. Yeah, exactly. They are. Thank you. Yeah. Drug addicts are arrested and convicted every day for any crimes they commit. Absolutely. And the last time I looked, a person who does not have interest in children did not get drunk and start doing that to children. Absolutely not. Wait, that was my phone barking. Okay, very true. No, but personally, I have a family member who is a convo of their crimes. Wow, that's true. Metamorphosis rocks. Not only drug addicts held responsible, but people with mental health issues also. Legally, you could still be charged. Yeah, exactly.
If you have capacity, then you can be charged.
They said you ran away. No, she came back.
I think my internet died because I went to the bathroom and I think my internet must have died because I suddenly stopped hearing you talking. I was like, "What's going on?" And I came back.
Vomitorium. Okay, she went up to the vomitorium.
Yeah, I did. It made me sick.
No, the vomitorium there. I got back on Instagram because of you. Oh, thank you. I saw that you gave me a follow. Thank you, Creek Native Girl. I saw that you gave me a follow. Hello, B. Good to see you. B Wolf says hello to you too.
Oh, hi, B.
B is great. B is awesome. Yeah. I'm sorry I'm so late. Raven Star, good to see you. Good to see you. Great to see you, Raven Star. Okay, Death. LMAO Raven, that makes me feel better. I was super late too. Don't worry, this stream will be available in replay. I'm going to try to, if I think about it later, to add some timestamps. To the video so you can navigate around, skip over what you don't want to see and stuff like that.
Oddly enough, I'm really craving Subway.
You're craving Subway.
Now that we talked about that, weirdly enough, I'm really craving that.
Well, can you get it delivered? I don't know.
I could, but I've already got food waiting for me. So.
Oh, okay. All right, so there's 5 minutes left of this stream. Let's just get this done. Yeah.
A pedophile or a groomer. In addition, Unicorn Landing is not owned and operated by Mr. Zink and any.
Okay, got it. But you're putting his face front and center here, you stupid fool. God, you're such a dumbass, you dear. If you were doing this alone on a camera, alone in front of it, okay, maybe you might have a case. Maybe. But you got him there as the face of your company. The best thing you can do is to detach him from your company completely. That's the best thing you can do. God damn it. Think like a businesswoman, dear. Think like a businesswoman.
Such notion or comment is false.
And then mine, I've also served her in Swinger TMZ. Is pretty much the same, except it's Eric.
TMZ has a swinger. Oh God! I'm telling you, I'm learning more about this lifestyle I wanted than I care.
Be Zinc.
Okay, we can say today I had an education. Oh my God!
Your action. I like this. This is my favorite line. Your actions are in direct violation of applicable defamation laws, and if you continue to engage in this conduct, we will not hesitate to pursue any and all available legal remedies to protect Unicorn Landing's rights and seek appropriate damages.
So we will share and put up even some of our cease and desist letters.
Yeah, they'll be on the screen.
And so this was the first step initially, and we've already seen success from the.
I know we got one. It's been less than 24 hours.
Less than 24 hours, and I'm going to use this individual here because his videos were up for a while. Dr. Brendan Nurnberg.
Oh, that's him.
Went by Dread Behemoth, had made some videos about me, and again he.
Yeah, he did, exposing you.
received a cease and desist that our firm has the pleasure of representing Eric V. Zink. I'm writing this to address a matter of the utmost concern that involves spreading malicious and false
What's
rumors.
the date on
involving
that
Mr.
letter?
Zink,
Hang on.
representing Eric V. Zink for a while. Dr. Brandon Yern.
Date on this letter. I'm curious to see. July 28th, 2023. Why are you serving the videos I played? The 2 videos I played by Dr. Brendan or whatever. They were from 2020. You're serving him with a C&D now?
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's dated July 28th, 2023. You're serving him now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dr. Brendan made those videos in September of 2020, those TikToks in 2020.
Went by Dread Behemoth, had made some videos about me, and again, he received a cease
Yeah,
and desist
3
that our
years
firm
ago.
has the pleasure of representing Eric V. Zink. I'm writing this to address a matter of the utmost concern that involves spreading.
I wonder why now, though. Why now? Before that, when you were still,
it's coming out. It's affecting her business, I guess.
Malicious and false rumors involving Mr. Zink. It has come to our attention that you have been making public statements alleging that Mr. Zink is involved in inappropriate illegal activities, specifically in the basic accusation of being a pedophile. Now, I can't share his attorney's response because
it was
it is
a legal document to ask to be kept.
But it was also
how convenient. And it might be true. He might not be allowed. They might not be allowed to show the doctor's attorney's response. But that's something I would love to see. It's possible they may not be allowed to show it. It's possible. I don't know the law in Idaho.
So showing.
And I don't know where Dr. Brendan is.
Us all the proof and everything.
They sent us all the proof.
All the videos are removed. So it shows that you cannot be a bully and that the
and you have to
law
stand up for it.
Well, shut up. You bullied Leafy Greens. You don't get to talk about bullying, you asshole.
And you have to stand up for yourself. And I mean, all I can say to these women is just, like, how fucking dare you decide? Like,
how fucking dare you?
Thank you. Thank you, Steph. Go for it, Steph. Go for it. Go.
You smug bitch.
Yes.
How fucking dare you? Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Whew.
The arrogance on her is so palpable. Oh my God. I dare you to send you. I almost dare you to send a cease and desist to me because I'm going to have fun with you. And I'm looking for a fun activity these days. So there you go.
Maybe I'll help you.
Huh?
Maybe I'll help you. Send a
Right
cease and
on.
desist to me too.
Right on. I could always use the help. Always. I could use all the help I could get. I'm old with a dyslexic brain, so there we have it.
Just, hate people, and I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you don't like us. I don't care if you don't like what I do. But you do not have the right to try to destroy somebody's life.
Nobody cares about you, sweetheart. What we care about is the idiot sitting next to you, and you will find out.
Yeah, you're fucking around right now. You're gonna get to the find out part later. This is the point. Like I said, if you were by yourself, as you point out, the company is in your name exclusively. His name is nowhere near it. If you came out and did a video on your own, and that's the best thing you can do for your business. Do I like the type of business you're in? No, but I understand there's a niche market for it. My point being, in any business, the best thing you can do is to detach yourself from him. Come and do your own video on your own platform by yourself. And but you just wrecked your case, dear, by having his face, his ugly mug, front and center on this. God damn, beady eyes there.
Risk. You put my business at risk. You put my children at risk. And
the only person putting your children at risk once again is the idiot sitting next to you, and you actually, because you're engaging with him, you're married to him, so you are doing that as well. Congratulations.
Yeah, slow clap. Wow, dear. Wow.
And
like I said, I don't know whether to be impressed or depressed. I haven't figured that out yet.
That's when it crossed the line.
So.
And are there rumors out there on the internet that other people are involved? Absolutely. I've gotten messages. I have DMs. I've got, on Reddit, on everything that other people are involved in this. Now, I don't have any of those factual information. It's not my place to try to destroy anybody or bring anyone else's name into this. But you best believe when I have that information.
Eric destroyed himself. He just got caught with certain things. He got himself, at the end of the day, he got himself canceled. At the end of the day. God, where is person? I swear, I think he's been hanging around with Negs, honestly.
I will share that. I am sharing factual information, and if you try to destroy my company,
I don't give a shit about your company.
Who cares about your fucking company? You are a literal nobody. All we care about is the idiot sitting next to you.
Yes, we want to make sure he doesn't harm other people, other vulnerable people. Now, like I said, the smart thing for you to do is to detach completely from him. Do your own video with just you, yourself, and you. And away we go, you with your business, because that is probably the best way you can save your business right now. Because this whole business, you're sending C&Ds to hotels, for fuck's sake. And you're also showing you can't handle competition. That's a sign of weakness to your competitors, by the way. Just saying. In any business, not just yours, any business.
I will let it be known.
And then even with me, I appreciate Brenna and Brian and Kylie, you three, for remotivating me and inspiring me to share about bullying. And I will make it.
Oh my God. Have you apologized to Leafy Greens yet? God.
I would love to find those videos. All those videos where you put wall paint on and literally mocked and bullied a very, very, very mentally unstable and very pregnant woman.
Yes, and because she was pregnant, she was off all her meds because apparently a lot of these meds could harm the fetus, which is why she decided to go off her meds to ensure a healthy baby. It's not for us to decide whatever, and that's not neither here nor there for me. But the point is, she was pregnant in the last trimester of her pregnancy, and she was off her rocker back then. Okay, she was really in crisis mode the more time was going on. And Eric, you hammered into her. You and the Rewired Soul both did that.
Yeah.
You both did it. Maybe not together, but you both hammered at this poor girl.
That engages with you business-wise understands that supporting these two different individuals, Sexy Swinger Chick and Front Porch Swingers, is essentially enabling and supporting online harassment and bullying.
And if you wanted the facts, you know where to find us. Why didn't you come ask for the facts? This could have all been presented.
What do you know? This is before your time here. Way before your time. Even though
you want the facts, the last person you go to is the person being accused.
Thank you. Thank you.
Prevented. We could have showed you the facts. We could have explained the whole situation to you. And this could have all been
easily avoided
for everybody.
Oh, you are such a.
They're both smug.
I almost said a really bad word.
You might as well. This video is probably going to get slapped with an age restriction anyway. I don't know.
I was going to say DC's favorite word.
Which one? Kind of few of them. Which one are we talking about?
Cunt.
Oh, that. Yeah. That. Actually, it became my favorite word too. CDC, and you thought we had nothing in common. God damn it.
Instead, you took it upon yourself to hate, and
here we are. Any questions that you have, feel free to email us at theimpulsiveduo.com or theimpulsiveduo@gmail.com. Because we will communicate any kind of information or any of that through email so that.
Oh dear, you're not helping her cause, and you, dear sweetheart, honey, you are not handling this well at all. At all. It shows you don't have a head for business. You have no business acumen or savvy.
that it is all documented because again, this is the point that we're at, and we will be sharing a lot more information as it all slowly goes, and that we're actually allowed and able to share about it.
Kylie, and they can't contact our email. They have to contact our lawyers.
Yeah. So Front Porch Swingers and Kylie have to contact our lawyers only. But anybody else out there, if you want to contact us or have any questions on this, I'm actually very open
or
about
have any
this.
information to share.
I'm very, very.
Oh, I bet you do. Oh, look at you. Oh, you're going to find out, sweetheart. You really are.
You really are, dear. Okay, just like I said. Oh, God. Have you talked to Amber yet? His last wife that he cheated on with you and humiliated online big time with his own shitty ass behavior.
Oh, I can only imagine the things he says about Amber.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I feel bad for her.
Guarantee that she absolutely hates Amber and she's never heard her story.
No. And it would have been nice if Amber came out with her story, but I imagine the online life wasn't. She came on his videos, but you could tell that the online thing was not for her. Really, she did it for him. It was not for her. You can tell she was never comfortable with it.
Very open about this. So feel free to contact us. And as we go
And those
through
of you that have had our back, you have no idea how much it means to us. I mean, to not feel like we're alone through all of this has been unreal. And to have local friends have our back and
nationwide
friends all over social media, people that are in the lifestyle, not in the lifestyle, to have clubs and companies, with great reputations have our back.
And we'll make that known in any club that does support either.
So if you got all the backing and all that of the clubs and you're making good money, I mean, obviously enough money to pay attorneys across the U.S., what's your problem? Oh, my God, I can't.
These individuals, I will also be more than happy just to make it known that they do.
And we won't talk bad about anybody.
We won't talk bad.
But we will protect our business and or I will. I mean,
she'll protect her business, and I will protect the integrity of individuals when it comes to, enabling bullies and harassment.
God.
So as we go through this, come and join us.
We'll share more.
It's funny how he's interested in bullying now. Because I got to tell you, way back when we were still friendly-ish and I was in his Discord before I found out all of this mess, I did ask him for help too, because I wanted to talk about online bullying. I wanted to do a series of videos about online bullying, and he kind of dismissed me. He's not interested. He discouraged me from doing it. He's not interested. Now it's funny, he's all interested in it now. Yeah. Funny how that works.
Weird. Why would he not? I would have thought that he'd be all up for doing something like that.
Yep. And with that, that was the end of his video.
Look at that smug face.
I know. Okay, here we go. All right. So let's go. This is where we spend time with you, chat. Uh-huh. I was just thinking that he's just like Dex. Yes, he is, Jeff. Yes, he is. Absolutely. Okay, let's go back further. Okay. Yes, please do rewatch it, B. I do invite those of you who are dropping in late, I do invite you to rewatch. I will try later on to get some timestamps to make it easier for you to navigate, because we did 2 retro reacts, plus we played 2 shorts from TikTok to get to this video. Okay. All right. Okay, so there it is. All right. Okay. All right. Raven, where are you? Okay, here we go. All right, so please, I invite you all to rewatch those coming in late. And those of you watching in replay, welcome. Okay, Def, I'm on a few hours of sleep because my dog Jasper had a whole potty situation. Oh no, I'm sorry, Raven. Oh dear, I'm sorry, Raven. I got educated about swingers in a group for theme park. Suppose that can happen, yes. I see. Yes, we hope your dog is okay, Raven. We hope so. Poor puppy. Yeah. Go off, Steph. You see? Somebody else appreciates spicy Steph. Somebody else appreciates spicy Steph. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. How are all of these idiots the same? Oh my God. I know.
mentality. It's like a
God. Indeed. He's at about 85% after all. If I drank, I'd definitely be having a strong margaritas. If I drank, I'd be having strong margaritas right now, but alas, vanilla latte. Okay, well, let's hope your puppy's doing better soon. Okay. Oh dear. You put your thank you, Creek. Thank you. Yeah, we think so too. I was just thinking he's just like, yeah, he is vile. He is. Creek, I'll message you, hun. Okay, very fair enough. You think if I sent a full PDF of questions, they'd respond or block me? Creek, I think they'd block you. I think that's where the smart money is. I think they'd block you.
Sizzling Steph.
Sizzling Steph. Spicy fedora and sizzling Steph. I don't like either one of their energies. No, me either. Me either, Raven. We don't either. And she's just a stupid fool.
I'm sorry, but fifth wife. Fifth.
It's number 5, yeah.
He's been, I mean, it happens sometimes, but generally by the time you're on your fifth wife, you're like, I don't know, 60? He's like, not even mid-40s yet. He's
40. Yeah, he's 43. He's 43. Yeah, or about to be 43, yeah. If you sent a PDF at Creek or whoever, PDF Inception, it would be funny. I have to run. Thanks for keeping us all informed about this person and their recent behavior. Got to go back to work. Thank you for stopping by, Rox. Good to see you. Jasper is okay. Rough night, but he's getting better. Okay, good. Good to see. All right. And sizzling stepdad. So, yeah. So we did that. Eric needs to stay canceled. And if she, like I said, Mike, if this girl wants to save her business, save her deck chairs on the proverbial Titanic, if you will, she's got to get his face out of there. Is her name exclusively on the business? He can keep him out of it very easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You got to keep him out of it. You put his face front and center. And you know what? Those people that side-eyed you from your competitors or whatever, I don't even know what to call them. God damn it. I really don't know what to call them. Swingers? I guess. I don't know. You know, they probably wouldn't be looking at you side-eyed if Eric was not around. If he was not the face, if you were not putting his face on your company.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody would have been side-eyeing you.
Yeah.
Think about that. Yeah, just think about that. Yeah. So, anyways, I do have receipts. Jesus Christ, but they're still in the DMs, and anyways, if anybody wants to see more stuff, receipts or whatever, hit me up, and I'd be happy to share. Okay. Yes, I can back up. It's just already this video's gone a few hours, and I've got other things to do this afternoon because I got to prepare for my trip. I got to prepare for my trip. And I got to go to the gym and all that lovely stuff. Yes, your girl's going to a gym now. I mean, she's getting physical therapy. That's for physical therapy for my spine.
Nice.
Yeah. No, I'm hoping not to be. I'm not like Beggs, and I'm not like Beggs, and I'm whining about it. I'm getting the physio that my doctor wants me to have. Finally. So yeah. I'm getting the physio my doctor wants me to have. Yeah, exactly. I have no knowledge of these people. Oh yeah, I do encourage you. Absolutely. I do encourage you and implore you to watch the replay, Raven. Absolutely do. Yes. And so, Steph, do you have anything to add?
No, I don't. I think we said it all.
Cool. Okay, so I want to thank you for coming on panel with me and giving me a hand. It was great having you.
Oh, but I do want to say, if Candy or whatever the bloody hell your name is, if you end up watching this, please guard your children. Like, please. it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they're your responsibility.
Yep.
And there's a pattern. There's receipts. There's all kinds of stuff that is questionable. At the very least, it's questionable. So,
absolutely,
please put your children first. Because
I'm gonna.
Even if there's any doubt whatsoever, you're not putting your children first. You're just not. To allow him into your life like that when there's, just please put your children first.
Yeah, agreed right there. I'm with you on that exactly, Steph. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, seriously, Candace, put your kiddos first. Okay, because right now your judgment as a mother is not sound, at least not from where I'm sitting. But yes, put your children first. Keep an eye on him and never leave them alone with him. Never leave them alone with him. I implore you, never leave them alone with them. And as for your business, dear, like I said, the best way to save face and the cheapest way, and it's easy because his name is nowhere on it and anything of that business, just keep his face out of it, do a video by yourself and say you're all alone and you're running the show by yourself. Don't even use his platform. Use your own. Okay. So that's the best I can offer. Hey, that's the best you're going to get from me, girl, considering I already don't like you. So, okay. But I might be the best friend you got right now. So,
yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Creek Native. Good to see you. Yes, have a great one. And so when am I going to come back and go live? I don't know. Yes, like I said, we do. Yes, this is not Goro World, like I said, but this was important enough to me to do this. And I'm glad Steph came up here to help me. And yes, we'll be going back to reviewing Beggs. I'm sure soon enough he'll do something else that's crazy, and I'll be reviewing that. And life goes on. But thank you all for coming back. And again, I'll try to have timestamps for this later on. I've got other things to do first today, but yeah. So anyways, please take care of yourselves and each other. And always remember, if there's somebody in your midst who is alone or at risk, take the time to look in on them. Because sometimes just lending a sympathetic ear can make all the difference in the world. Have a good afternoon, everybody. I'll catch you in the next one. I don't know when that will be yet because I have a very busy week ahead of me, but I'll let you know. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to pull it.